Let's smell this. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cherry ripe. This is...
Oh, cherry ripe. They're the worst. It's Turkish delight.
It is Turkish delight.
It really
Rose.
is.
It's Turkish delight.
Turkish delight. Rose, as in Rose Temple Noble.
Rose Noble Temple.
No, it was in Rose Tyler.
Ah, damn. Well, that's one of the podcast starts of all time. Welcome back to the pod, everybody.
Things to come.
It's your boys, me and Connor.
Hello.
Joined today by the one and only Zave, returning guest, everyone's favourite guest.
Yes, apparently.
I know you're not supposed to have favourites, and I don't, obviously, but...
if you were to...
Doctor Who fans
It
always
wouldn't
have
be
an
me.
opinion.
It wouldn't be Crispy Pro.
Zave's going to
I
help us
thought you
out
were going to
today.
be so polite and so kind of just
love
jokingly
Crispy.
say that it was me.
I have many favourites.
I forget
That's not how favourites work.
I know.
I forget how when Zave's on the pod, I have to try and like adult and teacher our way through this podcast.
It's
And
very off the rails.
you guys go off the rail. I'm just here like there's some rails that we do need to follow at some
Yeah,
point.
but I don't know about you, but I find it funny sending Aiden off the rails.
Yeah, I also enjoy it as well.
when the
It's
viewing
funny.
figures go,
kidding me?
You know
They're
what
like
we're
this.
doing? We're starting a new podcast that has nothing to do with anything.
That would help.
Yeah.
the
I feel like that's what I
0%.
do.
Yeah.
The 0% Doctor Who podcast.
It's good to be back.
So today Xavier's going to help us out with talking about all three of the 60th anniversary specials all together.
Didn't Crispy Pro just do a video like that?
He did. But that's not why we're doing this.
Those
Connor.
views are mine.
How
dare you.
Is like breaking news? Crispy knows how to count to 3.
What?
What? Are you insulting the...
I don't get it.
No, because it's all of them together. So it was a joke that
What?
went nowhere. I really
I'm
flunked
fine.
that.
I'm fine.
Who invited Zave?
Can I just say quickly, this is not
Instead
me.
of doing them all individually or one after the other, it's all 3 together. And it's not an original idea. So he learnt to count to 3 because we had the idea first. That was where I was going.
So we learned to count to 3 and then Crispy learned to count to 3.
Yes.
Did he copy our homework?
Yes.
We'll have to do the Crispy, can I copy your homework but make it a little bit different?
Nothing makes a joke funnier than explaining it.
Well, you asked.
Can I just say quickly?
It was
Yes.
bad.
I know that I've been getting a bit of flack recently for changing my opinions on the episode after I've watched them.
Mm-hmm.
And
We all do.
yeah, exactly.
that's
We all
normal.
do.
It's
and
normal.
I'm sick of this shit. People telling me that, yeah, get your opinions in check. Enough of that, okay?
At Crispy Pro.
Yeah, okay, I didn't want to say it.
Wait, hold on.
No, yeah.
Crispy listens to this.
He
He's
left
gonna
me
be-
on. He left me on red, so no. I
Hold
just
on.
wanted to say
Hold on.
that.
Yeah,
I'm a bit
I'm
mad.
with you there. I'm with
Thank
you there.
you.
Like, if everyone who has said that to you were to go home and watch their, I don't know, second favourite childhood movie, it's probably not as good.
I hated Bells of John the first time I watched it. Now I love it. What can I say?
I think the idea was it was our raw thoughts.
Yes.
And I'm sorry that I changed my opinion, put me in shackles and throw me away.
What a downer to start the episode.
Sorry, I had to say it.
I think that going forward we'll make it just like very clear that this is our rather like it'll be our raw thoughts rather than technically a full-on review. I guess is the best way that we can kind of handle it.
Also, I keep, every time I post about rewatching an episode and changing my mind, I get these comments being like, oh, you're going to do an apology video. I didn't make the apology video. It was Aiden.
Yeah,
I made it for views.
but you also
It worked.
can't.
It did.
You
It
can't
very
really
much
put
worked.
into context your own thoughts when you're still living in the hype sphere that is a new
Exactly.
episode coming out.
Well, here's the big thing I think with
Exactly.
these 60th specials that have made it kind of hard to review is because the premiere and the finale both did really big kind of slightly canon altering things that I think sometimes take a little bit to process. For example, with the Star Beast,
Absolutely.
the Dr. Donna Meta Crisis thing being solved, not great. I don't think it was like pretty quick. We'll dive into that shortly. And then obviously by generation, it's two big things and everyone's got an opinion on it. And sometimes that stuff starts to overshadow the full review of the episode because like the giggle, like we'll talk about it shortly, but the first 40 minutes I always thought were amazing. But when
You did say that.
when we reviewed it, it was like so hard to find that balance of being quite disappointed by the ending, but loving the first 40.
I hated that. I listened to the review that we did. I hated it. God, I sound so negative.
You were very negative.
I didn't even realize how negative I was being. And that's what scared me. I was so unconscious about it,
So we're here today to right our wrongs
I suppose.
and be more neutral. We've soaked in the 60th episodes quite a few times. Zave, have you seen them multiple times, the episodes?
I've watched The Giggle twice.
Yep.
But the other ones I've only seen once.
Wow.
Actually, no. I watched The Giggle twice and Wild Blue Yonder.
Why you only watched it twice?
It was because I were watching it again with my parents. So
okay.
I'm
Star
waiting.
Beast.
My mum hasn't gotten to.
Okay.
Sorry, I watched the Star Beast twice, not the Wild Blue Yonder twice. So Mum hasn't gotten to Wild Blue Yonder or The Giggle. I just love The Giggle so much I watched it twice.
Fair.
Star Beast I watched 9 times.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. That's surely you hate it by now.
And it's literally the worst of all 6.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched, I think most of them I watched 4 times, and then I've watched the Star Beast and the Giggle a time extra with the commentaries on BBC iPlayer, which have been very insightful and controversial, the Giggle one. It's a bit crazy.
I love how they're doing it, though.
The commentaries?
Yeah,
it's cool. It's like great, just additional info to watch.
So will Shooty be on the season 14 ones?
You'd hope, because David was on these ones, but they don't do them for every episode. Anyways, let's get into our thoughts on the 60th very shortly. But first, bit of housekeeping. With the 50% Doctor Who podcast, if you can't tell, we talk about Doctor Who most of the time, but not all the time. Today we're going to talk a little bit about tea. It's Zave's thing now, tea time with Zave.
Apparently, yeah, I've started a thing.
But you can follow us on Twitter at 50Doctor, on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. And we have a new goal, everybody.
Oh, yes?
Our goal is to make our Spotify review star rating system higher than that of the official Doctor Who podcast, which is currently 4.7. We are 4.6. Let's get it up, guys. Let's get them 5-star ratings.
It's very easy to do.
I know far more people listen to the audio than have rated the audio. Put it that way. I see this. Yeah. I see the figures.
I have like an inside job idea to how to get this to work.
Yeah.
Is that if look, people that have a Spotify account usually have a Spotify account with their family or with other people. So just maybe like nick your friends and family's devices and just give it 5 stars.
Get in there. We are encouraging theft.
I made Xavier do it before we started recording.
Yeah, so. He held him down and was like, you will do it.
It was at Sonic Point.
He happily complied.
You will do it, or I'll make you listen to the Goblin song for 24 hours straight.
Absolute banger.
Let's talk about that after the intro.
50% podcast. Did you buy the official track?
I've not bought it on iTunes, but I think it's like every 100 streams counts as like one buy or something on Spotify or something like that. And it's like
in terms of like monetary to artists, that's definitely not it.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how it affects the charts.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I bought the track.
Yeah, but I don't have Apple Music.
Oh yeah, you don't.
I'm an Android boy.
Forgot how backwards you are.
My point is, I've listened to it far more than 100 times, so I've had that shit on repeat. I'm not kidding. It's for children
in need as well, so it's a good cause.
Yeah,
$2.20.
Why not?
I haven't bought something on iTunes in like probably close to 10 years. So
for context, the Goblin song is the new song from the church on Ruby Road, which is obviously the Christmas special, and it's got a little musical number.
We can feast.
I like the line.
3 days at least.
Big brown eyes, caramel eyes, or something.
He makes me swoon.
Yeah, he'll eat me.
I was too, I don't know, like, this is very different to kind of get into that song yet. I need like a factory reset before we dive into that.
Right.
Fair.
Personally, at least, it's like. I liken it to like having a book hangover, which is when you can't start a new book because you're still in the world of the previous book, and I'm still in the world of the 60th, and I'm not really ready.
Right.
For this.
You could have got rid of the word book and just said hangover. Because it's
so it's like when you have a hangover. Yeah. So you've read a book and you can't.
Thank you.
I was pretty hungover today, so I know the thoughts and feelings of that.
Yeah.
We have 2 trailers for the Church on Ruby Road as well. There was a Disney Plus one, which is completely different to the BBC one. Have you seen both of them, Zave?
I've only seen the BBC one and the scene.
And the from the song?
From the song, yeah.
The Disney Plus trailer is like so much... Like the BBC one's great. Disney Plus one, even better. It's phenomenal. I think this one, for me, this could be one of the best Christmas specials of all time for Aiden. It seems silly and camp and like fun and weird and a little bit Peter Pan. Yeah. And I'm here for it.
Are we the question I have though?
Yeah, question me.
Do we know when the release is? Are we getting it on Christmas for us?
Yeah,
or are we
it's
getting it on Boxing Day?
Boxing
for us?
Day morning for us. it'll
Yeah,
be.
so we're not. It's not a Christmas.
It's a bit.
It's a Boxing Day special.
It comes out at 1:45 a.m. It's 45 minutes
earlier,
which is good.
That's nicer.
Because I'll probably stay up.
Yeah,
It depends though. Christmas is a full day of drinking.
I know, but don't you get giddy,
No,
Aiden? Don't you
no.
just want to stay up and hate it the next day?
What?
No,
I mean, that's on brand.
Apparently,
Yeah.
but I think it's fun to stay up. It's cool. Like
It felt like
it's just that,
not that
like,
late.
just by
Early.
sheer happenstance, familiarly, my family hosts our close family's Christmas Day. My aunt's birthday is Christmas Eve, so we do something for that. And then we have something called on Boxing Day. So it's very tight to just be like, yeah, I want to stay up till 1:45 in the morning to watch. I mean, actually, everyone at home should know, I did stay up every single night to watch all the 60ths as they came out.
Yeah.
it's an Italian kind of Christmas.
Hey.
Ma?
Hey, gabagool.
Are we feeling good about the Christmas special though? Okay. Connor is in the
No,
saltiest mood today.
I
listeners.
feel like
I don't know.
I feel like
No,
I'm feeling. I have the same feelings I have about this as I did about the snowman when the snowman was teased, which is this is going to be very different. I don't know what's going to happen. It looks kind of good.
I love
but
the
I don't want to
snowman.
let myself down.
I don't think you could have said it better. I
love the
completely
snowman.
agree. I
The
completely agree.
snowman turned out to be great. It was great, but like the feelings that I had before witnessing it,
Yep.
I'm in the same place.
Yeah, fair.
The reviews are great.
Yeah, they're all like 4 out of 5 stars, which I think is what Starbeast got.
say, so.
Yeah, so who knows?
But yeah, I'm just keen to. I think the thing I'm excited for the most.
Wait,
is
did
just
some
to see
people
more
watch it not
Shooty.
on Christmas?
Huh?
There's early reviews out for.
Sacrilege.
They had
Yeah,
their
they had the premiere on.
Oh yeah, because they pressed the button thing.
Yeah, they lit up the London Eye. That is so cool. Russell knows how to fucking throw a launch party.
No, he does.
Just
Definitely.
like insane what
But
they
also,
do.
it's the vortex on the London Eye, but color wise.
Oh.
Did you notice that?
No.
The time vortex and it's purple and blue, and it's the new vortex style. It was.
Can I make?
But it's also the old premiere.
Can I make a quick?
It is.
a quick.
It's the plastic autons.
Because they're under the.
Because it's season 1 again, isn't it?
It is season 1.
It's like they're doubling down on this new
London
premiere
Eye?
thing with the London Eye.
Yeah.
A very quick and small criticism to Russell. I agree he does know how to promote a show. I would like a bit more of love towards YouTubers.
Why?
Because we're people too.
Oh, you think they're going to fly us over?
I think it would be great if they gave people a chance to go to premiere who are YouTubers. I think we are the next thing.
Doesn't Who Culture get invites though?
Well,
I think the official Doctor Who podcast will be there.
But like
I don't think you want my reply to that.
so then technically Crispy's team does technically.
Yeah, but okay. Well, yeah, sure. But then I'm like, okay, well, Who Culture obviously huge, but like, what about the little guys?
But then what's the point of inviting the little guy?
Yeah, see, this is where
That's a great question, Aiden, and I'm glad you asked that.
There's a moral answer to it.
I'll tell you why. Because then they
There's also an
get
economic
a
answer.
chance to put out a video reviewing the episode. It gives them traction.
And
They
13 people will view it.
No, but more than 13 people would view it.
Yeah.
If you get someone like Crispy Pro or like Josh Snares or like Mr. TARDIS or someone like that to go in, or like Faris. I think Faris did go to a early stream.
The Starbeast
I
one.
guess I'm just contradicting myself.
You are.
I don't know, but they should. I think they should like maybe set up like one in like Australia, like one in Perth. Like we could run it. Like
Why would they set one up in Perth?
No, I'm saying they should.
Perth of all places.
It should
Perth
be.
has 3 Doctor Who fans, and they are right here.
Hello.
I think they should just have like set sites and have like early premieres and like get the word out there. I think it would be a great idea.
Okay, let's put one up in Broome.
I just
No,
think,
let's. I could do you one better. Let's put one up in Kalgoorlie.
oh, my favorite place.
The niche jokes here that no one outside of WA is
I got
understanding.
gold.
Wait, no.
Kalgoorlie.
Well, we could do an Australian only joke, which is even further away from Kalgoorlie is Whoop Whoop.
Ooh, a wub wub wub.
No, Whoop Whoop.
A wub wub wub.
I'm just saying, I think there
Timber
should be
twins.
a bit of love for.
Connor's feeling neglected here.
I just respect independent YouTubers. It's what I love. It's what I
don't.
believe in. maybe you
I don't
but
respect you
do.
either.
I hate myself.
I just think that, maybe because we do promote the show every single time we upload for free. Well, not for free, but...
Y'all been noticing those ads you get every 15 minutes on YouTube?
Well, I mean, this hour of whatever is just an ad for Doctor Who. That's what this is.
Exactly. It's promotion.
Except when we talk shit. Except when we do the Star Beast
Maybe
review and I
we're not
sit
the
there
most
going,
monetisable,
what a pile
but-
of shit.
But I've never wanted to suck up to the BBC anyway, is my point. But
So why should they suck up to you?
Because I feel like I'm owed something.
I'd like to suck up to the BBC.
Yeah.
I wouldn't out of moral reasons, personally.
Well-
anyway, that was meant to be a quick thing that turned into a big thing.
Yeah.
Aiden, sorry, you can go put the show on.
Let's
guys.
run the show, okay? Very quickly, we got some tea here.
Yeah.
Tea time with Zave. Zave, what tea are we drinking today?
We are drinking some... hold on.
I haven't tried it yet. Have you tried it?
I have, yes.
I've almost finished it.
Oh, I thought we were waiting. Sorry.
it smells like
we didn't
Turkish
want it to
Delight.
get cold. Both me and Aiden have finished it. We are drinking some high tea with Harriet, like last time.
Go, Heather.
Duchess of Bedford.
Duchess of
Bedford.
Duchess.
Does that mean you're like a single, like... What does Duchess mean?
Clara Oswald in The Snowman.
That's what it
So
means.
single.
Yeah, when you look up Duchess in the Oxford English Dictionary, it says
Say Clara Oswald the Snowman. C. Clara Oswald the Snowman.
Yes.
Is this meant to be
It's
good
that,
for your
it's that
gut
little
or
I that they
something?
put in brackets.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Is it good for your gut and stuff?
I have no idea about the nutritional information of it, but tea is always good for you.
Surely this has got to be good for you, though.
I reckon, yeah. So, just for everyone at home,
Those tea enthusiasts
those
at
tea,
home.
yeah.
I like it.
Look, we're here to spill the tea, but not spill the tea.
Which tea will we be spilling? Stay tuned to find out.
For those at home, the notes that the high tea with Harriet gives is it's warm springtime flavors with smooth, creamy, delicate notes of citrus, rose, vanilla, and it's perfect for scones, apparently.
Those are some good notes. And you also have some good notes on the 60th anniversary, don't you, Zay?
Just one
Yes,
thing.
I'm so good at this podcasting
you-
until Connor talks.
Can you like, that's a lot to go in there just for like free little cups. Can you reuse that?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
Reusable tea. The
That-
future is here.
That was all I had to
Yeah.
Aiden,
Well,
sorry.
the by directive, it's a teaspoon for every person plus one for the pot.
A spoonful of tea makes
yeah,
your gut
I do have
feel
some notes
good.
actually. B flat, F
Oh,
sharp.
fuck. The humor's so
La,
bad.
la, 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 la.
Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe,
La, la, la,
everybody.
la, la, la.
I'm here to reduce the humor level.
You've done a good job. I'm drinking some Roku gin on the side, mixing gin with tea. So Connor's on Summersby because that's all he ever drinks.
No, I brought in another drink last week.
Yeah. What was it?
I can't remember now. It was.
This is good.
I got complimented at the shop for getting it. She was like, "These are great," and I was like, "Well, I got a bit of a good taste in booze."
Yeah.
Well,
Cool.
the Star Beast.
I feel like both at the
about
back of our minds, like, let's not talk about Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'm so fucking over it.
We have to talk about Doctor Who.
What do you want to know about the Star Boost?
Well, we're going to go through episode by episode. We're going to give us a chance to amend our scores. And Zave, I want scores from you for
Yes,
each
of
episode
course,
as well, out of 10. So the Star Beast on broadcast, I gave a 7 and Connor gave an 8.
What was I smoking?
I don't know.
Crumbs.
So now, 3 weeks out of the Star Beast premiere, I feel kind of the same because I went through obviously I started not being a fan and then I really liked it and then I sort of found a middle ground where I thought, I can respect it for what it is.
Top
Very
shit.
disappointed by the climax and the meta crisis resolution. I don't think was good. And it was very, very rushed at the end there. But I think there's a good 25 minutes in that second act that is just a lot of fun and perfect.
I believe we should say as well. So our original scores, I think we both gave it a 7, or maybe you gave it a 6.
I gave it a 6.
Right.
Actually, I gave it a 6 on broadcast. You gave it a 7 on broadcast.
Yes, and then we re-amended.
in our preview pod later in the week, we
went up
amended
a point
it.
each. So you gave it 7, I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
I think it's cold open is also brilliant.
What was the cold open?
The just happy doctor just prancing about.
Oh, that's sorry. I thought you meant
I thought you meant the Once Upon a Time.
No,
Once Upon a
that
Time
was
Lord.
terrible.
Time
No,
Lord.
no, no.
Disney
I think
Plus
that's
bought us and
unanimous.
said
unanimously, everyone fucking hates that.
Well, but it's also explained later on when
Yes.
Mum is talking to.
That's what I
Donna,
said. I was
right?
like, I don't feel like there was any need
There was
for
absolutely
it.
no need for that. No.
That's that
It's
Disney.
Bob Iger being like, this is what we want.
Yeah, that they're just
My fingers in the pie.
If the episode started after that, cold open, perfect. But like just chill, dude. Got walking him out. David Tennant.
That would be goat.
Yeah.
That would be goat. Yeah, it's definitely because it's very choppily cut, that opening moment with Happy Doc.
Yeah.
It's all beautiful and stunning and the vibe's there, but it's so choppily cut. And, you know, we've seen behind the scenes footage. We know that there is stuff that was cut from that sequence. And it's like, it does just need a moment to breathe in there. So I think it's a shame that for some reason they've cut. We don't know why. There might have been like a problem, or maybe it fucked the pacing.
So
more by
right.
having seen it.
It I think like instantly it just felt weird.
Yeah,
Just the vibe.
but once David starts walking in, it's like, oh, I'm home now. It's so weird.
Yeah,
and then,
you do feel like a kid.
you know, he takes the package. Like he's like, oh, someone in need. I'm going to help you out. Oh, it's Donna. Oh shit, puts the packages. It's so
But
good.
it's to me though, the things wrong with the Star Beast are just the little things, and it's a lot of nitpicky things that all add up. Like I think the first time the Doctor sees Donna, there's not a big moment. It doesn't feel like it's the first time in 15 years that they've seen each other, and it's also the way that they handle the whole meta crisis thing and how the Doctor can't show Donna who that he's the Doctor, right? He can obviously be this mysterious man, but can't say he's the Doctor. Crispy pointed out in his review that we're apparently copying and now just raising his same points, that, you know, he's like, if she remembers me, she will die. He then, like 20 minutes later, is like, this is a sonic screwdriver, and it's good at resonating concrete. Yeah. And it's like, what are you doing?
But that's a reference to the Doctor Dances.
I know it's a reference. Is a reference worth blowing her mind up?
Rose, I'm trying to resonate concrete.
I heard that, and that is my favourite episode of Doctor Who of all time.
Yeah.
And I don't think it is. Surely not.
It is a reference to resonating concrete. 100%.
Yeah.
It is. Everyone says it is, mate.
Yeah.
They're wrong. Everyone's wrong.
You're so angry.
Everyone's wrong.
I brought my notes.
Yeah, hit us with some notes. Give us some structure.
So, I have a nitpick, which is, where the fuck are the red berets? I really missed
Eunice Red Berets.
I missed
Everyone's
the red
hating on
berets.
the new costume. I
don't
Yeah.
mind. They're
I
fine.
don't look sexy.
They're fine.
There was a really sexy unit soldier in the Google.
Oh, that boy. Yeah, he's good.
All the pads.
He's
All the arm pads.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's how everyone noticed the arm pad, man. Yeah. I do miss berets.
Yeah,
so,
the red berets. Yeah, the opening's a bit naff. That was the start.
Oh, I did. Xavier. Wow. Okay.
What about the title sequence?
Yeah, it's too short.
It's too short. Too many shots. Like one too many camera cuts, I think.
Do you like the zoom?
Oh, God.
The chase of the TARDIS, which was like every opening up until
Oh, I like that. The chase. I never thought of it like that.
yeah, because every like since 2005 till including the weird time one with clock pieces that Capaldi had, that was when they hired the bloke that did fake intros and he designed that one.
Yeah.
It's all been a TARDIS
John
chase.
Smith.
Yeah.
And
No,
this,
it wasn't John Smith.
this just feels like a montage of the TARDIS is flying.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's moving anywhere.
It feels like a downgrade to me from Jodie's. Even though Jodie's doesn't have the TARDIS chase in it, I just think that's just such a beautiful title sequence.
Ugh.
Everyone loves Jodie's, mate.
It's so. God damn.
and the music just
I love the
music's great.
Oh,
but
not in this title sequence. I
No.
love Jodie's music.
No, I'm
mate,
talking
what the hell?
about so the music in the opening for this one
Yep.
is fine.
Yeah.
The closing music though is incredible.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I
like
hate
the
So here's the debate, okay? People online are referring to it as breathing. I think I said clicking, didn't I?
Yeah.
But what I think it sounds like tap dancing. And I've spent a lot of time around tap dancers, let me tell you.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, my sister's a dancer, so I've been to many a dance concert.
A tiny
and it
dancer.
literally sounds like someone going... And it drives me nuts when it comes on. Other interesting fact, by the way, is in the Giggle commentary, RTD was saying that apparently... So in the Star Beast commentary, the title sequence VFX wasn't finished when they were watching it. So they were like, oh, we don't really know what you guys are seeing in this finished version, but we're seeing a work in progress title sequence. And Russell wasn't in the Star Beast one, but he was in the Giggle one. And so when the TARDIS sequence came on in the Giggle one...
it's the sparking thing?
So this was... So David's like, oh, it's nice to finally, actually see the episode with the title sequence in.
Yeah.
And Russell was like, yeah, because there was a moment in the original version of the title sequence that only I liked and everyone else thought was fucking terrible.
Really?
And he said it came to it. He showed it to Stephen Moffat, and Stephen Moffat was like, "It's a beautiful title sequence. Cut that shot." And it was a shot, apparently, of David and Catherine Tate hanging out of the TARDIS in the title
Are you
sequence.
joking?
No, 100%.
That sounds
Apparently,
horrible.
they filmed it with David and Catherine, and they filmed it with Shooty and Millie, ready for season 1.
Yeah.
What?
Which
No
sounds
way.
so... Yeah, that's what he said. It sounds so cringe. But
I'd love to see it though.
I love
Talk
how
about
he went
sparks.
to them off and was like, okay, people don't like my opinion. I like this. Do you agree? And Moff was like, nah. And Russell was like, okay, at this point, I am with you.
yeah.
That gives me that warms my heart that he asks Stephen.
Yeah, I think Stephen got to see quite a few
Did
of the
you
scripts
see that the
I
trio,
bet.
the 3 showrunners
at the music,
yeah,
at the concert.
no, the in conversation, the brief, like
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was filmed at the... Was it filmed after the concert, I think? After the 60th concert?
It was at the bar.
Yeah, they took them backstage and filmed that.
Yeah.
Well, backstage, the bar.
Yeah,
At the concert.
the bar.
they all seem like high school buddies.
They do.
It's cool.
They've all
yeah,
been
it's
through
sweet.
it.
It's sweet.
Talk to us about the sparks in the trailer, in the title sequence. 'Cause I know what you're talking about.
So somewhere, someone said that Russell had mentioned that the TARDIS sparking on the edge of the time stream, or the thing,
Right.
it has some implications for the next season.
Yeah.
He can't reveal those implications because it's the next
I had
season.
heard that there was something in the title sequence.
I think he might have said that Series 14 has less sparks.
No,
or something, or the opposite.
No, it's got something to do with the plot of one of the episodes.
Yeah, but I think he says the title sequence will alter as a result
okay.
of that, I think was what he was saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, which is interesting that they've sort of set that up. Like when he came up with the title sequence, they've sort of connected all that in there.
I love it.
Crazy stuff. The Eagle commentary also had great facts like episode 6 of season 1 is when they first figured out how to get the big screen to work in the TARDIS. So it will just be a white screen until episode 6. Then they'll actually use the screen as a screen.
Look, the monitor.
You know how there's the massive screen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't get used till episode 6.
Right.
Fun fact. Episode 3, he says, is balls to the wall sci-fi. Not much more to say about that. And at the Church on Ruby Road premiere, he said the Beatles are in episode 2, and
Yes.
the entire front row, which is all like Julie Gardner and Phil Collison, were like, "Shut up!" So I wonder if it's like meant to be like a little surprise bit or something in the episode that he's kind of ruined.
So episode 2 is the Jinx Monsoon episode.
We don't know. All we know is it's got
Oh,
the Beatles
she's
in
literally
it.
wearing a dress that has fucking pianos on it.
Doesn't mean it's the Jinx Monsoon episode.
She's on the roof playing a piano like the Beatles played on the roof.
Piano.
Pianist.
All right, so the Star
I've
Beast.
still got more news.
Okay, rattle through some quick notes for us, Dave.
So the holographic Sonic is cool. The hollow shields, though, I'm not so sure about.
They only used them once during the 60th. Were you surprised by that? Because I thought they were going to use it like every week.
Well, now,
Well, and Shooty's got his own Sonic now, so it's whatever.
That's the thing.
The Adam Sandler.
the click remote.
Remote.
Have you seen they asked Shooty about it?
Yeah, I love that.
And he was like, "It's got some similar." No, it's different. It's
He also
different.
confirmed that he's going to have psychic gloves.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So he'll wear gloves, and I think it's like a thing where you can like press on like a door and it open. You know, you have to get like a fingerprint.
Oh, cool.
He has
yeah.
gloves.
Cool.
That's a lot to carry around. It'll be like, "Quick, we got to get through the store." Yep, hold on.
Wait,
Just pull this
motherfucker was
out.
carrying
I'll,
salt
put
in
this
his
up.
thing.
You say that, but his pockets are bigger on the inside.
Yeah, he had
I
the
don't-
wig.
Doesn't mean you still don't fiddle
had
like,
the
"Go on,
wig.
get out of here."
It's the wig and
We're
the
both
salt.
filmmakers. Aiden. You just cut around it.
I know, but still. All right. More Star Beast notes, please, sir.
Well, can we talk about how horrible the hologram, not the hologram, the
shield?
the shield thing is?
Yeah, it was kind of a badass moment.
Yeah,
But it was also, but I think that was more Murray. It was going nuts when they start going like, zzz, Murray's like, no, and it's awesome.
I think it's fine
So-
because they used it once the entire 60th, and it's a fucking awesome. I love that scene in the house. It's so good.
Could you imagine the giggle? The toy maker goes to shoot Dave, and he's like, "Oh!"
It's funny he never used it again.
Shield.
Like, I get in Wild Yonder he lost the Sonic.
Yeah.
I was like, is that we're not going to see again, which is good.
yeah, that was really useful. Yeah, and he has an actual screwdriver, which is hilarious.
Yes.
Mario.
Pardon?
That's what she's like. That's a real screwdriver. He's like, thank you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
thank you. I'll miss him.
So then my next note is that it's jumping way ahead to when they activate the Dr. Donna.
Yep. Right.
The I Am the Doctor plays.
Oh, I didn't like that.
It makes sense narratively.
He is the Doctor, to be fair.
She is the Doctor as well.
Oh, true. They're both docs.
It was like, I'm the Doctor now. I'm the Doctor.
Right.
But it didn't feel right because it's like it's got nothing to do with David at all.
No.
It's like, why is Matt's theme playing now
like that.
of all times?
You get a little bit of it's not technically 12's theme, but it becomes 12's theme, Shepherd's Boy in the Giggle, where it's the best shot in all the 60th. It's so badass where it's like tilting up with the helicopter and it's like dun 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 and then it goes off and does something else. But it's just got those like four notes.
That's the best shot in the 60th? I think the motion control
of the
Bi-Gen
beautiful,
is phenomenal.
Beautiful. Yeah. That was the most I think that mixed with the score got me like chirping though, that tilt up to the tower.
Yeah.
That I was like, this is a vibe. Because then you get the little bits of unit sting in there as well.
Yeah.
Which was just, I love that moment.
Okay, next note.
Yeah, back to the Star Beast.
What?
Dead air. Nice. Good chat, guys.
Sorry, I got to read my notes.
That's okay. We can, you just round it up for us.
Oh, okay. The bouncing up and down when they're talking about how beautiful the TARDIS is.
I love that.
David's little cutesy. It's so great. I love that. And the fact that he runs around the whole thing.
Murray's score. Oof,
yeah.
Beautiful.
It's so good.
It's also, like he's in a chocolate factory or something, running around like a crazy boy.
It also breaks my heart that the interior is accessible. It's wheelchair friendly.
Yeah, it's amazing, right?
It's Wilf was going to be in there at some point, and it's not happened.
Yeah.
It breaks your heart or warms your heart?
We never got to see Wilf in the TARDIS.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, it might have been for Wilf also, because we never got to see like Sylvia in it, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they were ever going to... I guess maybe the start of the Giggle, maybe they were going to run into the TARDIS.
Well, there is
like
a BTS shot of David pushing...
Yeah, I think that was... I think from word on the street now, everyone's figured out that was actually just David Tennant pushing Bernard Cribbins in the TARDIS.
Okay.
Sorry, no.
Out of
just
the TARDIS?
rolling him. Him. Just in general.
Into a small box?
Well, there is that shot where he rolls him behind... The very last shot of Wobbly Yonder is him rolling into cover behind the TARDIS. So I think it's a mixture of that and just David rolling Bernard Cribbins around because he's a good bloke.
Right.
And then finally, the round things.
The round things.
I love the round things.
Can we
What are the round things?
Very quickly touch on TARDIS thoughts now that we've had 3 weeks to sink it in? I really love it now. I'm on board with it. It's convinced me.
I think I think that kind of TARDIS is what Jodie needed because she's so bright and bubbly, and that really grim, dark aesthetic of hers made absolutely no sense.
Yeah, contradictory, right?
Yeah, but I love it. It's brilliant. It's great, and I think that they're going to use every single space that they have available.
Yeah,
because they have the space available.
Just chuck a chair in there, please. That's all I want.
You need a chair.
Well, that's what Donna said.
I know, but that's what I've been saying all through the specials. I was like, they need a chair, and then Donna said it. Thank you.
Shooty said.
Yeah, and the TARDIS itself was nah, jukebox.
Yeah, don't need a chair.
I would love to have just tunes playing.
Also, the fact that it changed the orange color,
Beautiful.
If it stays orange for all of Shooty's run, that'd be amazing.
I think in the commentary, Russell said, "Oh, that's really nice. We haven't used that color palette again." I think is what he said.
All the isn't there 800 lights?
There's 800 lights. Yeah,
that's fucking
insane.
Crazy.
I feel like it needs. I understand why it's a new dock, but it needs a little bit more just
a bit of home.
A
like 12's got bookshelves.
Yeah.
I've always said that.
It doesn't feel. I mean, it's not lived in yet, but it doesn't feel lived in.
It will. Yeah. It will. I think it will.
It will be nice.
I love it.
Just maybe each season a little bit more gets added, maybe from the previous season or something like that.
If I ever play the Doctor, I will have a personal request.
What's that?
That I think.
Jukebox?
I think it'd be. I actually
Do you want the copy machine to actually work?
Perfect. And especially since this new TARDIS is so big, I would dead set say let's have a cat that just rolls around.
I'd say I want that Torchwood pterodactyl.
Or something like that. I thought it'd be get Percy the cat.
Percy.
Or K9.
Yeah, for Christ's sake. It's canine accessible.
It's canine accessible.
Because it's funny, in like classic Who, it can never get over the ramp into the TARDIS. So it always like cuts with him right by the TARDIS door and then they cut into the TARDIS. So now it's canine accessible. That's
it's
amazing.
funny. My mum the other day was like, "Where is K9?" And I was like, "I don't know."
I would actually.
Where is K9?
Fun fact: I was doing part of helping my mum out with a thing, and that we were creating a fake network diagram of people and the guy that was in charge of it just put Tom in the center just as a random name, and I'm like, let's populate it with Doctor Who characters as if it's Tom Baker. And so like K9 is the dog, and Adric is someone he never talks to, and just so on and so forth.
Adric.
Rip Adric, the goat.
Yeah.
Dead now, of course.
Of
All right, Zave, can you give us a rating for the Star Beast out of 10?
I 7 out of 10.
7? Cool.
Yeah.
What a
solid
goated reply.
7.
What a based score.
I'm sticking with 7 for mine. Connor, do you want to adjust yours from 8?
I feel like because I've watched it so many times, it's like it kind of deserves the 8. I think I'll go for a 7.5.
Okay, fair and legal. I'll allow it.
I'll go somewhere in the middle. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
You know what I mean? It's my scene.
Let's move on to the Wild Blue Yons.
Military
song.
We go into the wild blue yonder.
This is obviously such a well-received episode from Who fans. After the Star Beast being mostly well-received, with a few people like us not being necessarily on board at the start.
Yeah, a few losers like us.
It was great to watch Wild Blue Yonder, and for me, instantly being like, I actually love what I just watched instantly.
Doctor Who is back, baby.
It was back, baby. And most fans were on board with it. Some people found it a little bit boring, which is fair because those same people probably found the Star Beast to be like a thrill ride and perfect for them. Because Doctor Who is so versatile that some people prefer different styles of episodes than others, and that's totally fine. I enjoy the Star Beast, but I love Wild Blue Yonder. Save, what are you going to say? Don't.
Oh, no, what?
No, don't. Get out.
I didn't think it deserved to be a 60th episode. Oh. I think it would have been.
I feel like you can say that about all three of these.
I was going to say
No. 1 and 3 makes sense. This, I'm not sure about. I feel like it would, especially with the creatures pretending to be other creatures, like the moment in the middle where it's the no things, as we've called them, I think.
Yeah.
Pretending to be...
It's close to that, I think.
Pretending to be...
not things.
The not things.
Yeah.
Pretending to be Donna and the Doctor with each of them respectively.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been great for a new companion. That would have been a great, like, how did they deal with this? What's happening?
Well, I think what me and Connor have said is to maybe make it a little bit 60th theme. Would have been great to have had, like, an evil Matt Smith talking to the Doctor rather than having Tennant on Tennant. You could have a bit of that, but maybe we have him shift through past Doctors to haunt him. Yeah, remind him of his past which was like a big part of the episode.
Which would have been really good to preempt the Giggles montage. Puppet puppeting.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
But I do also think that would have taken away from the intent of the episode.
Yes, I agree.
And
wouldn't that have made it more of a special though?
It would have made it more of a special, yes, but I don't think that. I think it would have reduced the quality of the episode. The episode is phenomenal as a middle of the season episode. It's not.
I've said that it would have been a very easy way to get people just to love it because Matt would have come back and it would have been like an episode we see Matt again and Peter. Like I think it would have been a really easy and maybe cheap way to get people to really just say they loved it.
Yeah.
They were brave and bold with it, and I think Tom Kingsley had, I think, the hardest special to direct in terms of the amount of virtual sets that they had.
Do you feel bad now for hating on his direction?
I set context in the trailer when it came out. I said there was one shot that I wasn't a huge fan of in the trailer, and it was from this episode. And every time we talk about Wild Blue Yonder, Connor's like, oh, but you don't like Tom Kingsley, do you?
Yeah.
Even though I think Tom Kingsley is an incredible director. It's so strange. I went into this so excited for Rachel Talalay's direction, but Tom Kingsley and Chanya Budden are the two that really directed their asses off in these episodes. I think they both did incredible jobs.
But I feel like Rachel Talalay, as a veteran of Doctor Who, was like, yeah, let's bring it home. That's what it felt like. Everything was like, yeah, woman stuffy.
Hating on...
wait, hold on.
I'll go to the toilet.
Okay.
He does this.
Okay.
I don't do it, it's just us.
I just talk to myself.
Yeah, okay. I had a point, and now he's gone.
He's because you're too busy thinking about Connor pissing.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Well, hold on. Oh, I'm sure Connor would jump on the bandwagon with this as well. That cold open fucking sucked.
I'm like middle of the ground with it.
It was completely discontiguous with
Yes.
the whole episode.
Yes. But
Also, does everyone say Mavity now? Even though the Doctor said gravity at one
I think
point?
it'll be very funny if they do. What I think the cold open does, though, even though it doesn't serve the narrative purpose, I think you go from the Star Beast, which is very funny, very lighthearted, very whimsical episode, right? Filled with jokes. And then you get Wild Blue Yonder, which from the moment they're on that spaceship, it is like dark, it is stress, it is tense. I think what that cold open does is just allow a little bit of a transition. So it's not super comedic, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait for the next episode. It's gonna be so fun. Oh my god, I'm depressed. It like works as like a nice.
I
For me,
feel like
little
they
transition.
could have done that better with some kind of like they spoke about it like the TARDIS was in crisis. But if we saw that more visually,
Yeah, sure, I can see that.
and instead of it being this weird protracted conversation with that changed history, you know, like just like I don't know, the TARDIS like when it crash lands in David's first episode, like
Christmas Invasion. Yeah.
like we see that a bit, and it's just like the TARDIS isn't working, and then
Yep.
and there can be jokes about the fact that they're dealing with this situation,
Yeah.
and then we get the like that epic crash at the start of the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I definitely like see the point, and I like to an extent agree with your point as well. Like,
Yeah.
like I do think it's so just a weird thing, but I think like I just enjoy the joke though, not necessarily like I enjoy the Mavity thing, but I enjoy
You certainly understand the gravity of the situation.
Don't say it. Don't say it. The gravity of the situation. I think that's funny.
But
Question.
it's only good because of how good
Those two are.
Yeah, it's such a shit moment if anyone else was doing it.
Which I think is so worth saying about these specials as a whole. David and Catherine, just incredible. And I think it's a shame that Catherine got sidelined in the
Did
giggle.
you also hate the cold open for
Wild Blue Yonder?
I question why it was there.
Yeah.
I don't really get the gravity of the situation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really. You know, my parents afterwards, who enjoyed the 60th all the way through, I think they were like, so what was the beginning? I was doing my best to do a Russell pitch. I was like, you see,
and it's marvelous.
and it's the best thing we've ever seen. And I was like, well, you see, it's I don't know. You know, I was like, I don't know. I liked it. I love that he used what's his name from Mr. Sin. I think it's really cool.
Yep.
I guess it was a little bit of I guess the way what it reminded me of, which is a reference probably no one's gonna get, is there's an episode of BoJack called Free Chiro, and it's set entirely in him doing the eulogy. But at the beginning, you know it.
Yeah, in the car.
But at the beginning, it's in the car, and there's like the one scene before that's not. But then I guess they do the scene on Earth at the end, so it doesn't really make.
But the one scene before in Free Churro does sort of tie into the
100%,
episode, whereas this
is just
doesn't really.
Anyway, you had a point to make before I
I was going to ask, and I don't think we should spend too long on it now because we've sort of moved on, but there was a bit of controversy, people, classic Doctor Who fans, kicking up a fuss about casting a person of colour as Isaac Newton. Surely we all sit on the same page as like, does it really matter?
Wait,
it's like literally...
classic Who fans were saying that?
No, people just having a sook because Isaac Newton is a white man.
Well, for the amount of times, and the next villain in the season is a key example, the people have casted white men as people of colour.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Honestly, and like Hamilton was a success in part because of this, and because I'm not American. Anytime someone says any of the founding fathers, I think of them as being black, which is probably bad, but it's how my brain works.
It's like a minute-long scene as well.
Yeah.
It's literally like a gag scene. It does not matter at all. I think if it was, for example, Nikola Tesla, I wouldn't be mad if they cast a person of color. But I do enjoy when they do get the casting to look similar. There's something like satisfying when you're like, wow, that person, they really did get them to look
but that's for something like Oppenheimer and not for Doctor Who.
Not for silly fucking Doctor Who, right?
Like,
who the fuck cares? It's Doctor Who, right?
It's Doctor Who, yeah.
I think I was just like, I can't remember if Isaac Newton is white, and I don't really care.
That was literally me when I watched it. I was like, oh.
I remember thinking in the back of my head, like, this will cause a huge thing, but I can't remember if... And I didn't care.
It's always that small vocal minority that always have a suck about things.
I've got my notes.
Yeah, note us. Walk us through Wild Blue Yonder, Zave. You're kind of like the main host today. You're going through your notes and we just comment on it.
Well,
The
because
host
I
with
wasn't.
the
On,
most.
I made notes as I was watching them first time viewing.
Wow.
I need to deconstruct my chicken scratching.
Okay. Zave's reading. Zave's reading.
We're talking.
For the audio listeners, Zave is reading.
Thank you. Kick it in its ass is the trailer shot. I love that.
That was the shot that I
That's
said
the
I
shot
didn't
that
like
I
the trailer.
Yeah. Wait, that ain't a Sonic. It's an actual screwdriver.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's this could be a little bit more Sonic, is the quote from the actual show. The body horror, phenomenal.
Yeah, great. My
Love-
arms are too long. That's like an instantly. That's up there for me with "Hey, who turned out the lights?"
Yeah,
My
yeah.
arms are too long. Instantly an iconic
Yeah.
quote. I'm going to be quoting forever.
My arms are a bit too long.
Mine are. I don't know if my arms are long, but my fingers are fucking sausages, mate.
Sausage, you everything over all at once.
Yes, I am.
I don't think you have sausage fingers.
Look at these fat. Fucking
What are you, Prince Charles or something?
losers. I am.
There was a quote that
Yes, so.
okay, there's a line here which says "Oh hey, it's Zoom," which I think is a reference to the fact that someone said a line that was from The Flash, and I'm like, "Oh hey, it's Zoom."
Great.
Oh no, it's Zoom. Like the children's the body horror, because they grow their bodies in different shapes. There's a children's superhero movie that has Tim Allen called Zoom, where one of the characters has control over the mass of their body, and it's just like their hands and feet and whatever blow up like a balloon. And this episode really reminded me of
I think you're thinking of Sky High.
So Santa
No,
Claus.
it's not Sky High. It's Zoom. I'm sure it's Zoom.
Sky High.
Sky High.
Dylan's favourite film ever.
Well, I mean, yeah. Anyway, that's a.
What did we think of the now that we've stewed on it for a while, the VFX of this?
I love
Pretty bloody good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Pretty good? Even
Yeah.
like the cam wow effects?
it.
Yeah.
Cam Wow. Isn't that next week's? Isn't that Giggle? The Cam Wow, the split head.
Well, no, but you know what I'm talking about, like the enlarged Snapchat filter, like
I love it.
weird.
I
Yeah.
love it. I can't hate on it. Watching it
No,
live was
the
just
worst
hilarious
cam wow
experience.
effect is the Doctor being a puppet.
Oh,
That's grown on me.
I thought I was clever.
He's so funny though. David just having a laugh.
Dave
I
goes
thought
for
I
it.
was clever.
I started saying this week when you were like, we need to plan the reviews better. And I was like, Aiden thought he was clever. Aiden thought he was clever.
Here we go. I love this one. It's okay, Void Being. I too also struggle with object permanence. When he drops the tie things stay. They
Yes.
still exist when you put them down.
So you think when you let go, when you take that necklace off tonight, you think it's going to disappear?
No, it's just part of having ADHD. It's
never
hard
take-
to
you
remember
never
what
take
things are.
Gotcha.
You never take it off?
No, I keep it on.
Yeah,
I take it off.
I haven't taken this off in like 3 years. 2 years?
Damn. What about those love badges?
I take the love buttons off.
Yeah?
You can buy them at lovebutton.com. It's spreading.
Yeah.
I won't be. I stand by that. This love button that you gave me, you stole back.
No, I didn't.
I stand
you
by
just
that.
lost it, which is so heartbreaking because everyone I gave it to has lost it. It's Dan, Mum.
Put it this way.
Alicia,
I put it on the
Dad,
shelf.
You.
It's not on the shelf anymore.
Did Nicole take it?
I've not looked for it. Nicole wouldn't take that. For the audio listeners, Connor has backed away from me.
Fuck you.
I'm kidding. I'll look for it tonight. Yes, he's crying. I love it. I'm a sadist.
It was a cough. I turned to a cry.
Okay.
Okay.
Save.
Points. 2 doctors. I can't tell you what I'm thinking right now.
Oh, 2 Davids in particular.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
2 David 10 inches.
I tell you what as
20
well.
inch.
I love the coat, but man, I think the more iconic look is him in
the
just the
best.
best.
Oh.
I
yeah.
love that look so
Yeah.
much.
How's he so skinny? Does he just eat
I know, right?
Skinny
one,
man!
1 carrot a day?
How come I get a paper cut?
Yeah.
I don't know how he's so skinny. And he's like
You're just
53.
bones.
Amazing.
He needs to tuck his shirt in the giggle. He has his shirt untucked for the entire second half of the episode.
When he's running up to Toymaker, it's like, you're fighters with me. The shirt's
It's out for ages. From
and in Star Boost, it's a bit out.
from the
I'm like, is this
first,
a
I think
wardrobe
it's
malfunction?
as soon as they go to Unit HQ, he takes off his coat and you can see it's undone. It's obviously like a production design choice. It's not an accident.
Yeah.
because it's consistent.
It's a ducktail.
It's a consistent throughout the whole episode.
So, look, just to have your shirt on top of
Just
that.
it's the old half on tuck. It's like, remember at school when you had to have your shirts tucked in, but sometimes you'd be a little bit edgy and you'd untuck a little bit of it because teachers would be less likely to notice. But you're like, wow, I look sexy.
Yeah, I would always do that. I would always have it a little bit untucked, but kind of wrap it over.
The all one half
as
A chub and tuck.
no as Tan France calls it a French tuck.
A cock.
A French
a French
French
cock.
cock.
a French tuck.
A French cock. Okay. Sure, there's a few of them.
I was
out there.
referencing Queer Eye and someone who knows what they're talking about, but sure.
Queer Eye.
Can we talk about the end of Wild Blue?
Hold on, I've got another note.
Queer Eye is a TV show.
I know what Queer Eye is.
You said Queer Eye question mark.
No, I'm just questioning if I've ever seen it.
Zave.
The pilot brings a whole new meaning to the term horse person.
Well, these comments you're making, Zave.
The skull, it was a horse skull.
I know it was, but what?
This is a BoJack reference.
No.
Okay.
It's because there's horse people. You know horse people? The people that love horses. It's
Hunt like a horse. A seahorse.
got nothing to do with what I'm going about.
All right, big horse.
I do also want to mention the fact that her body is just a skull makes absolutely no sense because you can't decompose in space technically. So
Wait, really?
yeah, because there's nothing alive to decompose you.
So, Zave, if you're telling me you're okay with a person of color playing Isaac Newton, I'm joking.
I'm not okay with a bony horse.
For
No.
new listeners, this is what we do here. We joke. We joke.
There's no such thing as jokes.
We joke.
And then when David is struggling not to solve the problem, I made a note, which is that, yes, I too also struggle to meditate.
Yeah, good note. Relatable.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get back into it, actually.
And then, meditating is really good. And then the vegetable comment when she's picking between the Donnas, I thought it was a Mr. Bean reference
Mrs.
because
Bean,
they're on
yeah.
BBC. It's Mrs. Bean is Mr.
Oh, was
Bean.
Mr. Bean BBC?
Yeah.
Bean C.
Mr. Bean. Mr. Why are you talking about Mr. Bean's BBC?
I didn't know that. Oh, big back cock.
Okay.
Oh, and then when it's revealed that it's who's waiting for them, but her granddad,
Wolfie.
Yeah, Donna can legitimately say, and it would be correct, my co-conspirators are Sandshoes and Granddad. That's all my notes.
I love how you write down, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's... What?
It's back. He's back. It was Wilf.
Okay.
It's Wilf. Yeah.
Why has that joke made me laugh so much?
I don't get the joke, but okay.
She's a granddad. It's Day the Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it is her granddad,
Yeah.
and he's got sad shoes. He's sad shoes and granddad.
It's really dumb. Okay, I think the ending of Wild Blue Yonder,
Granddad.
Thank you.
sorry, the climax of Wild Blue Yonder, rather, is like my favorite part of the whole 60th.
It's very, very good.
When David takes the wrong Donna.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I don't know about you guys, but I also thought he took the right Donna.
Yeah, I did as well.
They get in, and then you sort of see Catherine's, like, real Donna's reaction. It's not me, and you're like, oh, hold on a minute. And then it cuts to her in the TARDIS, and you can tell there's just something just slightly off about her, and the way they go like handheld.
You got the wrong one!
And then even like every shot they did, so like you get the shot of Jimbo, the robot, and I'm like, oh, Jimbo's just gonna freeze. He's not gonna press the button.
Yeah.
And then it goes close to his finger, and I'm like, oh, it's just gonna freeze. He's not gonna press the button. He presses the button. I was like, nothing's gonna happen. And then it like cuts exterior spaceship. Boom. And I was like, no! They fucking killed Donna!
Yeah, for a second I thought it would be the doppelganger and Giggle.
Yeah.
Like halfway through the shenanigans.
It got me.
The teeth would come out like,
actually, that spaceship, incredible design of the spaceship, fucking love it.
Yep.
But also, that for me, it was the moment where he grabs Donna, and I'm like, cool, he's got the right one. And then it cuts it, and I'm like, oh, she's pretending really well to be she's pretending too well. Oh God,
Oh, no.
it's actually Donna.
Yeah. The only thing with the climax that I don't like is I think we needed a quick, like literally like a second longer of the Doctor looking at the screen of her arms.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he turns around and he goes, your arms are too long. The first like 3 watches of Wild Blue Yonder, I was like, how has he turned around and just figured that out straight away?
I didn't realise he was...
I thought it was just him holding it.
No, on the 4th watch, he's actually looking at a screen with a skeleton off her arm. Yeah, I thought on the screen
I thought it was the ship.
I thought it was the ship as well, but it is her arm, and that's how he figures it out.
I didn't recognise that.
My other nitpick is a little bit more than a nitpick, is that the lever that he pulls that flips Donna out of the TARDIS.
Yeah.
It's goofy, silly, fair enough, but I think the thing is, you know, you know the phrase for this, I can't think of the actual phrase for it, but you know it's like iconic theory, right? If you introduce like, a gun in the first act, it has to go off in the third act.
Yes, that's the Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun. It's sort of the opposite of that, where it's like, in order to solve a problem like that, where you conveniently do a thing, you have to set that up in the first act for me. Like, he has to have like flicked a switch in the first act and I'm like, ooh, look at this, what's this doing? Or something like that. Like, to establish that you can't solve the main problem of the episode on a convenience.
Yeah, TARDIS could have been going crazy, like
Been
like,
and he could have been like, "What's that doing?"
Yeah, like woo woo.
And that would have been a great comedy bit that leads us into this drama, which is what I was saying to Aiden while you were peeing.
It could have thrown them out. It could have thrown them out into the Isaac Newton scene or something like that.
To the tree, like
Like, what you doing, TARDIS?
Or like getting thrown onto the ship in Wild Beyond.
I just think you have to establish that early on. Is my only other nitpick. Other than that, it's like a flawless episode. 8.5 out of 10 for me.
Flawless. Yeah, I'll stick with 8.5. I think it's fantastic, and it's definitely my favourite special.
I think it's brought down by some of the body horror becoming comedic unintentionally. Giant Doctor and Giant Donna getting stuck.
It's silly, but my counter-argument to that is it's an episode that's so dark. The silly, goofy bits are a nice moment of levity.
I was getting to a point.
Right, okay. I'll shut the fuck up on my own podcast.
Shut up, Aiden.
I'm the guest. You got to respect the guest, right? That's how it goes. And
he's not exactly Michelle fucking Gomez.
Flex. Which has been shared on Block to Who.
I'm going to just leave. Does anybody care?
Block to Who shared that interview. So, if you want to
anyway,
flex.
Not
sure if you know.
Dave, talk to us.
And the other thing it does, much to probably everyone's kind of mellowness, is it canonizes the Flux.
Oh, stop it.
Which was great.
I liked it.
I loved it. I loved not only the Flux, the Timeless Child.
Are we ganging up on you here? Like,
I feel like,
dare
I mean,
you.
I feel like it was good to mention it, but to canonize the fact that like he doesn't know where he's from, and that's like a big part of now the Doctor's identity now. It's like, yay.
Well, I heard they are going to tie it in with Christmas because Ruby Sunday is a orphan.
Oh, that's okay.
The Doctor's going to be like, orphan.
Same, bro.
Oh wow!
Wait, is this a Harry Potter situation where the Doctor is going to deliver? Because it looks like the Doctor's delivering a baby in a bassinet.
It's not the Doctor.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much everyone sort of knows who it is. I'm not going to say it because I feel like it'll be a nice surprise if you don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But if you look at basic costume design of footwear in that scene, you'll easily be able to figure out who is carrying young Ruby Sunday in that scene.
Can I make a quick comment?
I would like to have that not spoiled for me.
Yes.
I don't like watching trailers. I don't. It's just like, I don't want things spoiled.
There is a jukebox in the TARDIS. Okay.
Yeah.
And Ruby and the Doctor are both orphans. Mm-hmm. And my second favourite Coldplay song of all time is called Orphans. They actually played it on the second night.
This is not where I thought this was going to go. I thought it was a Neil Patrick Harris thing.
I think the perfect song to play would be that song. Because it's called Orphans and they're both orphans.
Well, I think the most likely thing is it's going to play, well, here it is, Merry Christmas. It's the classic Russell tradition.
Russell.
It's got to play.
It's already done it, though.
My Angel Put the Devil in Me, which was written for the show.
Mm-hmm.
We got to mention, though, Russell is amazing at needle drops.
He is.
He's just phenomenal.
I'm keen for that back in Who, because we don't...
Yeah.
It's
we
sort
have
of
a jukebox now, so...
We do. Surely he's like the jukebox Doctor.
I can't wait for an episode to start with the jukebox just banging. I'm
lost here.
Toxic.
Oh, yeah.
End the world. It's the end of the bloody world, love. End of the stinking world. What has this podcast descended into? Okay, so Dave, you still are yet to give us a rating for Wobbly Yonder.
Yeah, I was going to get to why I rated it so low, which would be, it's going to be an 8.
8. At least 8's not that low.
That's not fucking low at all. That's above average.
Just lower than...
Look, I'm a David fanboy. It's low for me.
I know that.
The Gig.
The Gig.
The Big Gig. Big Dick Giggle.
Giggling shits.
So this is the one that, it's obviously most recent, so still, I guess, relatively fresh, but I feel like I found a ground that I sit on with this episode
Less
now.
than a week old.
Less than a week old.
As of recording.
I gave this. I think we both gave it a 7 when we watched it the first time, right?
That bloke. I'm such a negative Nancy.
Yeah. Well, 7 is like it's like 3.5 out of 5 stars, right?
It's a middle ground.
Yeah, it's not 7's not terrible, but I'll just say it from the start. I'm upping mine to an 8. I think. Why that face? You look surprised. Do you think I'm going to put it for more?
I know I am.
Okay, like I said, always have said, first 40 minutes I absolutely love. And I love the back 20 minutes a lot more now than I did back then.
Challenge you to a game.
But my problems lie in a few areas. One, and Russell addresses this in the commentary as well, the resolution is so long and it's overcomplicated as well. It really... Because what happens is they go in to shoot his TARDIS, well, into the one TARDIS at the time, spend like 5 minutes in there, beautiful scene, amazing, and then they walk out, clone the TARDIS, which, like I said, don't think they need to do that anyways, but then they walk into that TARDIS, then they walk back out of that TARDIS into the old TARDIS, then they walk back out of the old TARDIS into the new TARDIS, and it's like, oh my god, just trim this down. You can do this so much simpler, and it becomes this really elongated scene. It's Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
I kind of love that do-si-do though, because there's moments that are great. Like when David...
There is.
Where David looks in and is like, jukebox, not for me. Nope, not mine.
That's the only thing that I think differentiates the two.
Yeah.
There's a jukebox in one and there's not a jukebox in the other.
Yeah.
But I think, because they even there's an extra 2 minutes added on because David's doctor wants to say goodbye to Shooty's doctor. I'm like, oh, isn't it a thing the doctor doesn't do goodbyes? You easily don't need
He says he loves things now.
I know, but I just think you don't need these at his teams. And because my thing is, I think what the episode needed more than this was a better climax. So the game of catch is fine, but I
have
think...
a note here. It's better than any sport.
Catch.
I fucking hate watching sport.
No.
love sport.
No, it was more entertaining, to me at least, than watching any sport.
I
More
like
than the Ashes?
sport.
I don't care about sport.
Don't know.
That was it was really fun for me.
Aiden loves AFL. I'm not sure if you know.
Right, cool.
Loser.
Cool.
Okay, but here's
Are
my
you still talking? Okay.
my problem with the climax. No, because I feel like we can bounce once I've laid this out
Okay.
there.
I
Okay?
haven't bounced yet.
My problem with the climax is that you end up with Mel, your freshly returned companion, just sidelined holding a box. You have Donna in her final appearance in Doctor Who, just sidelined holding the Doctor's hand.
Not final.
She gives... Russell said there's no plans to bring them back.
Yeah.
He did actually say yeah.
Yeah.
But, in the final part of these specials, she's then sidelined. Other than she gives one good speech at the end of the doc, which is beautiful. But the climax of the episode, what I think it needed was almost to take a leaf out of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Where it's like, Philosopher's Stone, they've got multiple games, multiple challenges to get through. And you get to use Ron's love for chess, Hermione's love for charms. If they went through a few different mini games that allowed Donna to use, what she's good at, Mel to use what she's good at, and allow Shooty and David to do something more than just catch, you get two doctors in a room doing what two humans could easily do. I'm throwing it to you guys. Like the game of catch. Yeah.
I disagree. I think they got their moment to shine in the episode, and I think the downturn from a new regeneration is going to take up a lot of time, and that's basically what happened.
But I don't think it needed as much time as it had.
20 minutes.
It literally is 20 minutes. It's a third of the episode.
Also, on David still being around, even without the no plans yet line, Russell's always been saying, David is parked. And that's a very specific turn of phrase.
Why else would they do it if they're not going to bring him back?
Parked, not in a lockbox, never to be seen again.
When the viewing figures are down.
Yeah, have you seen that meme? It's in the rear window.
There's other metaphors he could have chosen other than parked.
Yeah.
Parked insinuates that you can turn the car back on again and drive away.
I think we'll see maybe in Shooty and Millie's last season, whether that be their third or second. I think maybe David and Catherine will come in for a adventure.
Yeah.
You know what doesn't make sense to me is that I just don't think this was very clear, and I've watched Giggle 4 times, very much so like it. But what I don't understand is, so the doctors technically retire because Donna's like, do you miss it? But he's taken Mel to New York.
Yeah, I hate that.
And he took Rose to Mars. what happened last time, literally with that face, when the Doctor went to Mars? What happened?
No.
An insane moment in history which caused the time of Victorious. So how can he possibly travel? The whole point of the show is that they travel to places like New York, having a grand old time, and then shit happens.
I agree.
So I don't get it. Is he retired or is he not?
I think don't give him a TARDIS, and you also then cut a massive part of that big resolution.
Yes.
And I think it's
Because
streamlined.
he's going to get in trouble. He always does.
Technically. Last time he was on Mars, he was fighting soldiers and moon
Ice
men.
warriors.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying with that face.
Oh, yeah.
I did say with the face.
Yeah.
Last time he went to Mars with that. You'd think he'd be absolutely traumatized to go back to Mars. No, he's taken Rose there for a bit of fun. I don't get it. I don't understand. 'Cause I'm like, is he retired? Because again, the whole point of the show is that he does just rock up to Mars and it creates this massive event.
I feel
that,
like if Mars was switched for
Pluto.
Las Vegas,
yeah.
it would have been like he's just doing human things, going to different countries.
I think
very much.
get rid of the TARDIS. Just be like, oh, our crazy adventure at Thorpe Park was wild.
Yeah, I don't get why he has a TARDIS.
How good was the little road trip we did to the Lake District? You know what I'm saying?
If you want to, I feel like if they want to bring David back, he has to have a TARDIS so he can get to wherever the fuck the action's happening.
They should have had like a meta joke where he's like, oh, we should maybe try Cardiff next week. And everyone's like, no, don't. You don't want to go to Cardiff.
Are you saying it's a crisis that they didn't go?
Do you know what I thought would have been good? Shooty can be like, we'll give you a vortex manipulator.
But then it's the same situation.
Nah.
Hey,
That's cheaper, nasty time travel.
Another thought that I
Scrambles your
had
brain.
about maybe why they gave David a TARDIS was if they do, I know it's not planned yet, but if they do intend on doing a spin-off at some point, perhaps it's a quite cheap thing for a main set to just be able to use the same TARDIS that Doctor Who's using as the main set. Do you know what I'm saying? Rather than having the Torchwood Hub as a separate set.
Just wheel the jukebox out.
Yeah, that's all they got to do.
Simple.
Yeah, simple.
Oh, did you see that the jukebox apparently is the same one they used in
Hellbent.
Yeah, and End of the World.
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that. That's new.
exact same one.
Okay.
It's the BBC fucking prop department.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we go through my notes?
Sure.
Jinx.
I love that even though it was a
Monsoon.
body double, they did have Wilf there. That was good.
Yeah. Although the body double does not look like Wilf at all.
No, but I mean, like, narratively, he's still there.
Yeah.
Because the
Go with the
announcement
doctor. Go with the doctor.
From Poison Sky.
Can we sound like that?
Go
Go with the doctor. We need that on the soundboard.
Yeah, we'll
go
go.
with the doctor.
Go with the doctor.
happened, that whole Neil Patrick Harris just asking the Doctor to dance is hilarious.
And
Love that.
Neil Patrick Harris is incredible.
So good.
That's my first note here.
Who had the balls?
Yeah.
From just to amend a thing, by the way. When we were talking in our Raw review, I was sort of saying, oh, him bouncing between the accents? Nah, it's not racist. But, like, I was... Because we were talking... Because I thought we were talking about the actor, and you were talking about, like, do you think that was an intent thing from the Toymaker, who was a racist character in the past? It definitely is, like, a play. I don't think it's out and out, like, racist, like, full cultural appropriation. But I think it's playing with
the
it.
The accent thing was a deliberate choice. That's Russell has come out and said that.
Yeah, it's in Unleashed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aiden. I was right, and I appreciate it, and I accept your apology.
It's just like playing and teetering on that line where it's like he's a guy that really doesn't grasp different cultures and likes to.
Well, he listens
out
to the
different
episode. You know
cultures.
full well this is just a face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, Dave.
The recoloring of the original time they met was very well done.
Really well done.
yeah,
I think it's Rich Temple was one of the guys that did
Temple
it.
Noble.
I think.
Well, they're going to be doing the whole episode, so they'll probably just rip the VOD and for the episode.
Oh, they're not colorizing the Toymaker.
I appreciate the laugh. Yeah, they are.
No, it's just an animation.
No,
it's just an animation.
No.
Idiot.
Hang on a minute. There are surviving episodes. I think they're
There's
going to recolorize that.
Are they?
And then they're going to put in.
I didn't read that, but I also don't think I read the article, so I could be wrong.
I haven't either.
Are you
just
spreading
guessing.
misinformation?
Okay.
Call me Trinity Wells.
Okay, okay, cool.
Save's like, I want to read my notes.
I have.
What did you think of Trinity Wells?
I'm gonna. What is Trinity? What?
You don't know Trinity Wells? Fake fan.
Bro,
Fake fan.
If
I don't want the Z-Dex.
I am anti-Z-Dex.
What?
Trinity Wells is the news reporter from all of Russell's era.
Oh, that woman. Yes.
And she's like, I am anti-Z-Dex.
They are
in this
using
one.
this to control us.
She's got her own show, the Trinity Wells Show in the Giggle.
It's definitely a rip on Alex Jones, and I hate this. Like, they did it with J.K. Simmons' character.
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson, Spider-Man. They're making this, like, right-winged.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was cringy and overdone.
Yeah. I reckon, yeah, I don't know. I really have no thoughts on
You've
that
only just
matter.
learned who Trinity Wells is.
I know,
so
I
you're
remember,
processing.
I knew that she had recurred.
Right.
I just didn't know the name of the character.
What's your thoughts on the Vlinks? Is it Vlinks?
Oh,
I love the Vlinks.
I like how
Good
it's... I
name.
love how it's unexplained.
I like how it's unexplained. I still think it's lame.
It's like, but it's like they have. It's like that he's amalgamated the Sarah Jane Adventures in. It's like it's just have the computer.
That's what
Yeah,
you said.
that's what I said. I said it's Mr.
Yeah.
Smith, I Need You. But the thing is, Mr. Smith, I Need You isn't really in Doctor Who. I know it's in Stolen Earth, but that's like after 2 seasons of it being in Sarah Jane. It's fine.
It's so funny. My dad was like, "Who's that?" And I was like,
No idea.
I was doing my Russell pitch. I was like, "It's a new character." I was like, "It's the Vlinks, a new character who." I'm like trying to pitch it.
Yeah.
I love the Vlinks. Good
It's so lame.
name.
I love the only
it
shot I
called?
like
The
of the
Lead
Blinks
Dots?
is when what's his name? The song, the Spice Up Your Life
Yeah,
is
and he
going.
just
Oh, yeah.
cuts to him and all the
There's that
pedals.
one shot
Yeah,
of him
he
with
just
the
like-
pedals,
yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
just like,
Did you say he's getting a good old spray paint?
yeah. In the Google commentary, Russell said the Blinks will be back. And
Love the Blinks.
he sort of sounded kind of a bit pissed off about it. He was sort of like, yeah, in the script and all the conversations, we did specify that he was supposed to be Chrome, but he never turned out Chrome. But he will be Chrome in season 1, so don't worry.
It's amazing.
So,
Kate. Okay, notes. Kate could be a real arsehole if she wants to be.
yeah.
Really horrible person.
Wasn't that the point though? Is that
Yeah,
we can all
but
be like
like
that?
you don't have to be abusive of people's disability.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I think that's the
But-
point, though.
I think, this is actually a true thing. Whenever you look at someone, you instantly judge them. You instantly pick up on features that you don't like about them.
Yeah.
I think it was like a comment on that.
Right.
But put it this way.
I've never done that with a disabled
The guy
person.
that was complaining about the road, I don't think prior to the
I
giggle...
pay my taxes.
I don't think prior to the giggle getting in his head, he was sat there like, I fucking hate drivers.
I think you
hate-
would though if you don't drive.
Would
Donna
Yeah.
figuring it out that it was a giggle was a music.
That was good.
Ha, ha,
La, la, la.
That was
Oh
very
my god,
good.
Bonnie Langford's singing voice?
Yeah.
I know she's a Broadway
She's a
superstar,
singer. She's
but...
a singer, yeah.
La 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 la. She
My-
was beautiful when
My
she did
dad
that.
said, she's like, he didn't know her as a companion. He was like, that's that singer woman. I was like, what are you talking about? And I googled it afterwards.
Yeah, she's really well known as a stage presence.
I didn't know that. That's
and then
insane.
there's a moment when they travel back in time to the time when the
19
puppet was, that there's like a
26.
a sort of choral piece, that Christmassy choral piece that plays. Is it Christmassy? It was just a choral piece. Murray Gold loves his choirs, and I love his choirs when Murray Gold loves choirs.
It did remind me of Muppets Christmas Carol, but
This was my favourite scored episode from Murray.
Oh, it's very brilliant. It's brilliant.
I had a few problems with a few bits, like a few little overpowering emotional bits,
nitpicking.
which were nitpicking, 100%. But this one, I felt like
It's
he got
so
the
good having him
balance.
back. I missed
Yeah.
him so much.
The job conversation that Donna has with Kate is hilarious.
Yeah,
120 plus 5 weeks holiday.
done. And then she's just like, oh,
I need to start doing that.
Which,
I know.
wait, if
To your dad.
So
Yeah.
if the Vlinks is back and Donna's working at Unit,
could Donna be back?
yeah,
Yeah, so does that confirm that she gets a job at Unit then, you think?
I don't think I kind of don't want Donna to get a job at Unit.
Why?
I kind of want all the Unit jobs to go to people like Martha.
Martha's
people-
freelance.
Where is Martha?
I don't, but like,
She's definitely divorced thingo.
I feel
that's
like-
for sure.
yeah.
guys, Donna has had a good run.
Pizza.
Donna, I don't need more Donna.
Pizza.
Mickey's not here. Mickey's gone. We don't talk about Mickey.
Divorce.
I don't need more Donna after these specials. Can I
She
say
has
that?
lost her job, so I think that was probably intentional. You know, she lost her job for spilling the coffee, which is so silly, by the way. But either way,
Oh my god, I love. So to backtrack a long way back, I crack up in the Starbeast. Her reaction,
Oh,
whenever she's
did
like,
it again.
"Oh my god, I've done it again!"
That's what I mean, like,
that is the funniest
purposely-
line ever.
They purposely made her jobless.
Yeah.
So I think that she will be working at Unit along with. Where was Ace and Tegan?
Well, they were freelancers. That's what. That's what Kate said in Power of the Doc.
Is someone's phone ringing?
That's me. Yeah, sorry.
I was only saying because it might pick up on the mic. Anyway, I was on the floor. Okay, all good. So if it was on this table, it would have.
It's on the floor.
That's fine. Just got good ears.
Yeah.
I think she will be working for. I would love her. By the way, I agree. Unfortunately, I do think Mel was just kind of thrown in there, but it was lovely to see her again. I do know Mel quite well. She screams. She didn't scream in this episode.
She had one beautiful scene with when her and the Doctor were catching up about Siblon Blitz. I can never say his name right, but
Segron Blitz.
For those playing along at home, I got my film scans for the photos that I've taken back.
Wow.
That's what happened.
We've all been playing the game of the giggle.
No, it was just why my phone went off. That's why I was explaining it.
Absolutely loved the Glitz mention.
The Glitz mention was amazing. Chipped over a bottle of whiskey.
No one cared in the family, but I was like, that's a mention to a character.
That's my boy Glitz. Especially because you've seen both of his stories.
Correct. Dragonfire and the Trial of the Time Lords.
Stolen.
Which actually gets mentioned. Shooty's like, we went through Trial.
Yeah.
Pandorica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What was the one he mentioned? The Ragnarok?
The Gods of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what that one is. He said Key to Time.
Yeah, what's that
Key
then?
to Time. That's season 16, I think. It's similar to
Peter Davison?
No, Tom Baker. It's kind of similar but very different to Trial of the Time Lord, where it is like I think maybe 6 independent stories that do tell one whole story. It's not cut between trial scenes. Instead, I think they are like, I've not seen this, but I think they're trying to find like parts of the Key to Time, and they go to different locations.
Yeah, I think I
to
remember it had something to do with the meddling monk owning something.
Is the monk back in there?
I think, yeah.
Don't get my hopes up. I love that fucking dude. The Time Meddler is like my favorite.
There was. I know
Really?
that there was the key. The key
Wow.
to time is there was some bloke, some fuckwit,
Some fucking guy.
that keeps asking the Doctor for this key, so he has to keep giving him the pieces.
Have you seen Trial of the Time Lords?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Don't.
Yeah, don't.
Okay. I have more notes.
Self-torture.
Neil Patrick Harris
Fantastic.
cannot do wrong. He's
a gay icon. We love him.
He was built for this role. Mm-hmm. Like, yes.
I love him.
And I love him in the BTS is like, I think I could dance. I can't dance. Have you seen his Tony opening thing?
Uh-huh.
That guy could dance.
I love how Russell DM'd him.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
Hey, bro, wanna
hey, we did. It's a
That's
sin together.
It's like you might not remember, but we can I sorry.
I was just going to say, are you moving on from?
No, but gone.
Well, I was just going to say, he said that he didn't know Doctor Who before doing Doctor Who.
Yeah.
He'd never heard of it before.
he did say that.
Yeah, but incredible. He also has to do magic. He also has to do hand puppeteering
And
he
switch languages,
switch
accents all the time.
all whilst remembering a script.
Yeah.
The dude's incredible.
Yeah, he is incredible.
What were you going to say, Con?
I was going to say, as we know, that you're a huge fan of Take That.
Yes.
And there is female Take That in this episode, the Spice Girls. So, what did you think of it? Because I think it's one of the best scenes in Doctor Who.
It's great.
I absolutely fucking love that scene.
Okay. Firstly, I'm not a big fan of the Spice Girls. Not because I haven't had the opportunity to get into their music, not because I don't like them. It's just a lack of exposure thing. Mm-hmm. Secondly, best scene in the whole episode.
Great.
Amazing. It's so fucking good.
I love interesting little nugget from the Google commentary. Russell was saying that Spice Up Your Life has a racial lyric in it. A racist lyric in it. It does. I don't know the lyrics to it, so I couldn't tell you what it is, but
Spice Up Your Life?
It does have a racist line, or like a line that has just some racist implications, I think. And Spice Girls have since re-released it with a different line in. But the only version that is currently licensable for TV and movies is the original version. So it is, I think, in there, but I think it must be one of the parts where they put dialogue in there. So that they buried it deep in the mix, brought the dialogue up, so you can't actually hear the racist line.
Like Kate's fire?
Yeah, like one of those lines.
Yeah,
or the Doctor being like, no, don't!
They're dead,
don't
I'm
kill
sorry.
more!
Yeah, that's so... And the horror of the bull like being shown, that was in between all of this, like Kate being danced into a wall, just phenomenal.
Crazy.
And Neil Patrick Harris just owning every moment.
Moment.
And I saw the BTS of where he was doing different things when he was sitting at the desk, like one time on his phone, one time
he's right there.
Yeah, right. So good. Like, what can you do behind a desk?
Yeah.
Apparently a bunch of things.
A lot.
I wish. I really hope he comes back. I love him.
Well, he does end the episode. His final line is, "My legions are coming," and Russell has said in the commentary, he said his legions are coming.
Yeah.
It was either in the commentary or it might have been in the official
I
Doctor
thought
Who
that was
podcast.
an interesting last line.
The teeth.
Yes.
Fucking horrifying.
Terrifying
but also,
teeth.
the gold tooth was picked up by someone.
I was talking to Dan about this last night. So is this? He had a theory that the Master from Power of the Doctor, maybe in his last moments, then got sealed into the tooth. Is it? Do you think it's that, or do you think it's an old Master or a new one?
I think it does not matter. And I think Russell has literally said, I've got no plans to use the Master anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think he's just done it for a bit of fun. If they want to pull on it in the future, they can. Russell's the king of that. This, as much as we can say, well, Russell's era seems so planned out, his original era. Reading the Writer's Tale, it is so clear that so much of it, he just fucking figured out on the fly, which is how good TV works. I've said that.
Who is the one who waits?
We'll find out. Oh,
no theories?
No theories, really.
Isn't it Amy?
No, the
I know. I'm just messing with you.
This is too much for me.
Sort of on that same note, there is. So that's in the scene where
she's too expensive for them anyway.
When
what?
Karen Gillan.
Oh,
because the girl who
so is Neil Patrick Harris.
No,
very true. Actually,
Neil was in.
They're pretty. I think they're pretty
for like a hot second.
Brief,
He's Neil Patrick Harris has worked with fucking David Fincher.
Yeah, but
he was getting paid $250 million every.
Neil Patrick Harris was in an
250,000.
episode of The Flash. No, it wasn't an episode. It was in an episode of the Justice League of America, the original cartoon, as the music master.
Karen Gillan hasn't opened the Tonys.
Yeah. Yeah, she hasn't.
Okay, no, what I was going to say is, so that scene where he says the one who waits.
Yep.
There's also a moment there where he's doing all the shuffling, and he says, I made a jigsaw out of your history. And the Doctor frowns, where he's like, hold on, did you
like it? That's what he says.
Oh, that's what... yeah.
Sorry, yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, that's what
he
Neil
adds
Patrick Harris
it
says.
onto, yeah.
And David just frowns, but before he can say anything, the Toymaker just carries on and starts talking about
what
other
does
stuff.
that mean?
Well, is it... Are they going to run into, the Timeless Child? Are we going to run that further? Is the jigsaw out of the Doctor's history a thing at the time that Neil Patrick Harris, the Toymaker, has created? Because the look that David has on his face, genuinely, I think that is what they were going for, where he's like, are you responsible for the Timeless Child?
Russell commented on that statement, and it was his way of allowing multiple canon things to be still canon.
Right.
That's what he said.
I can appreciate that.
The Timeless Child is still a thing, and so is
the Doctor being
half
human.
The Doctor being half human and him being on Gallifrey.
What do you think of the line, I took Golden Turn into a Jack in the Box, as a reference to Captain Jack Harkness being in a box as he faced a bow?
That's not what that means.
I ain't saying it is. I'm saying it's a theory.
That's a stupid theory.
Interesting, yeah.
Well, that's all right then. Let's talk about my favourite scene in the episode. Genuinely is my favourite scene in the whole episode. The puppet scene. You know, we've got... I love it in terms of, it is torture for the Doctor. It's beautiful. Amy Pond. And Amy's like... I love someone put all of the companion entrances and the dolls back to back. Clara's one is and I was like, why is Clara descending like that? And there's a beautiful little bit of Clara's theme.
Neil actually did that.
He did.
Yeah.
He does all the hand puppet stuff.
No. Really?
Yeah. It's all Neil Patrick Harris doing
not
it.
the close-ups though. The close-ups were done afterwards, but they mirrored what Neil actually did.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
So Clara comes down and there's a bit of Clara's theme, but then it twists to dark, and I love how each little bit they do a bit of uplifting music. Here's Amy Pond, here's Bill Potts, and then it twists to a dark fairy tale thing. And I love the Doctor just trying to reason, and it's the whole last 10 years of canon, he's got his reasonings in his head. He's like, I saved
the last second of her life.
All that kind of thing.
And I love how Donna doesn't question it, and she's like, yeah, cool, I'm with you there. Shenanigans.
And then I love how the Toymaker's it's they did still fucking die,
Well, that's all right then.
I love that. I think it's so funnily handled as well. And then you have the flux come down. I love that. I
think it was a bit of a diss at Moffat's writing about when Neil's killed by a bird.
Part of me thinks
By a bird.
Russell just wrote "killed by a bird,"
Yeah.
and then Neil Patrick Harris read that and went "killed by a bird."
Bird. Yeah, because there's no idea what there's not. Yeah.
Yeah, that's direct.
Amy's like Weeping Angels, Bill's fucking Cybermen.
Yeah.
Clara
Killed by a
bird.
Yeah, no, but I love how for Neil Patrick Harris, there's no context to Doctor Who. Like, he would also not know what a weeping angel is, so he's like,
That's pretty iconic, though. I feel like a Cyberman and Weeping Angel, I think that might have reached.
Yeah.
That's like how Klingon.
Well, he said he never
is.
knew what Doctor Who was.
Yeah, but you'd know Dalek.
well, that's
Cybermen.
all right then.
You'd know that, sure.
Well, that's all right. I love that line.
And the janky, this almost janky cut, like to the close up that is that shot, so good.
It is. And just one minor thing just before that scene, there is that moment where the Doctor and Donna,
I've been doing that.
as they're going through all the different twisting hallways, they have that beautiful moment where Murray's score is at its best, and
The babies.
we need to talk about the fuck. No, but not that.
I'm Suki Sue.
But when
I don't know what to do.
But when the Doctor turns around, he's like, "Take away my gadgets, my Sonic. You know, who am I?" And he kind of has that breakdown moment. And he's like, "I don't think I can save you anymore." The only thing about that is then the second half, Donna is hardly at risk. So it sort of sets up the whole, is Donna going to die? But then it is so irrelevant for the rest of the episode.
before
But the
it's
story
a
is
beautiful
it's
scene.
about the Doctor, not about that statement is more about the Doctor than it is about Donna.
Yeah, because his whole thing is like he wants to save everybody, and that's
Yeah.
what comes through at the end with Shooty. God, there's so much to talk about in the giggles.
Before-
The babies.
but-
The babies.
The babies.
Before the Babs,
The Babbies.
just real quick with the companion thing.
Babs?
I know people were complaining online that we didn't get a Chibnall era companion. Are you mad at it? I know we got the Flux.
I don't know, because
But-
the Flux is the Chibnall era bad thing that happened to the Doc as a result of the Doc. Yaz got a happy ending, not the one she wanted, if you know
Yaz
what
got
I mean.
blue balls.
Yaz she didn't get the happy ending that she
I'm
wanted.
pretty sure one of the
but
planets was blue.
Yasmin Khan
Yasmin-
got blue balls.
got blue balls? And it's like,
Well, that's all right then.
That's all right.
the only
then.
thing I could, because I did think about this, the only thing I could think that he could do is he could be like, Graham O'Brien had a
cancer.
lovely
Oh,
wife,
sorry.
and she died or something, because Grace obviously dies. So,
I told him I was socially awkward. Well, that's all right then.
but Graham Ryan and Dan, other than Dan's house, all got
and Dan
happy
lost his
endings.
house.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, you can have house on like the strings.
Wait,
Dan
wait, hold on.
loses his house.
When did Toby Jones go missing? I lost track.
What?
House.
No,
Isn't
that's
Toby
not Toby
Jones?
Jones.
No.
That's Michael Sheen.
Fuck! How did I get? how did
Not
I?
a fan.
Toby Jones is the Dream Lord. Idiot.
They're functionally the same episode.
Fake fan. Fake fan.
They're functionally the same episode.
No.
What?
They're trapped in the TARDIS and something's going awry.
Yeah.
I suppose, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. See?
All right.
Fuck off.
Can we talk about the
And it's the
babbies?
same TARDIS.
All right. Connor's going for another piss.
He told me to fuck off. I'm doing it.
Let's talk about the babbies.
Horrifying.
Horrifying. The babbies were like horrifying, but also in like a kind of funny way. You're
Yeah.
like, this is so silly. But Spooky Sue.
Oh god.
Oh, dude, when she like came out of the dark and Murray scores her, I'm like,
Yeah.
I literally was like, no,
Yeah.
that's not fucking okay.
And I love that Donna has a shitty rhyme to kill her. Like,
Yes.
I love that.
My name's Donna, and I think you're a goner. And then it gives like this kind of badass, but also spooky version of Donna's theme at the
Yeah.
end, where it's like, no, 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 and she kicks him across her across the floor.
Yeah.
I described this as in our original review as a better version of the Rise of Skywalker, right? Like for a few reasons, but I'm not going to get into them there. But this scene for me, the set design gives me Rise of Skywalker Death Star set vibes. You know how because it's got the little clock face in the back, and that was just it was all ringing true to me with that stuff. But hey,
Honestly, I don't want to be reminded of the Rise of Skywalker.
no one does. Literally no one.
Ever.
No one does.
Somehow Rey has returned.
Well, what I said in our Giggle review, and I feel a lot better about this
like
scene
they're
now.
making a new show with Rey as the
They are. There's a new movie, I think.
yeah.
But I was saying, the end of the Giggle, it's like David sat with Donna's family, And it was like one step away from him being, I'm the Doctor. The Dr. Noble. It was so close to doing that.
That would have been the best comedy sketch ending.
Looks to camera. Ignites sonic screwdriver.
TARDIS theme plays.
Okay, you
Man bun.
I've got more notes.
off camera you wanted to talk about the unit base before.
Yes, the unit base. It's so pretty.
It is.
It's so just the way
Avengers
that it's
Tower,
it's
is this
like
you?
it's that offset kind of octagonal structure.
It's rectangular.
Oh no! I thought that was a sip of gin.
Oh, you thought you've
I
mixed
poured
it.
gin and
Oh,
I
Aiden,
put tonic in it.
no. Gross. That would have made me yak. You okay?
I'm not okay.
Poor Aiden.
Have you never done a shot of gin before?
Did I miss you?
That was a shot of gin.
Did I miss you putting your hair in a bun? I
have.
love that.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm growing it out, so it's not.
You're gonna get it down to your shoulders?
No, actually, it's almost where I want it. I want the bun to end up back here, so it's just almost where I need it.
Let it hang,
I
Jesus.
feel like
Save the unit base.
yeah, it's that kind of offset octagon that kind of travels on a 45, and I really love that.
Do you think it's a bit too much like Avengers Tower?
Everything will look like Avengers Tower after Avengers Tower existing.
Okay,
That was fucking horrible.
I suppose. What about Tracy Island? That had a. No, it didn't.
Can I raise a... Seeing as we're overrunning by far today, we might as well just fucking run into it, alright? Obviously,
I've got more notes as well.
I know, we're here all night, baby. Obviously, the most heavily rumoured spin-off is the unit spin-off, right?
Yeah,
And
they need to bring back the Red Berets.
here's my catch for that, is the helipad set is an iconic part of the unit tower. Massive set. Took up the whole car park at Bad Wolf Studios. It's gone.
For now.
They're not going to fucking rebuild that set, mate. So
Why not?
Obviously, they could do the unit spin-off and they only have to use the interior part. They don't have to go out to the helipad much.
It's there, you just never see it.
But part of me thinks, like, if they were doing unit spin-off, maybe they would have tried to do something that they could reuse.
I feel like all they need to do is pull a Skyfall. Oh, we can't use unit base because it's under attack. But let's go to this second thing that's smaller and more intimate.
So
The shack.
they're going to do a class where it's like, oh,
We
this
moved
isn't
Coal
Coal
Hill.
Hill School anymore. This is Coal Hill Academy.
Oh, wasn't it college?
Academy.
At
Trust
the
me, I'm Carl's number one
fan. You want that vinyl, you know?
Waking up in someone else's bed.
It's what I was waiting for.
Dun, dun, dun.
All my
Dave, keep
days,
us on
what
track here.
have
Give
I
us some
done?
points.
They saw me sneaking out the
I've still got
door.
more notes.
I like your hair in a bun. It's actually a really nice look for you.
Thank you.
Do you have a spare hair tie?
Okay.
Good
I
try.
do have a spare hair tie, actually. Do you want
Right.
I thought
Yeah.
he was clever.
This is...
I thought I was clever. I wonder if I can do it while you're talking.
Yeah.
I won't distract you too much.
Stuff in my pocket.
I'm derailing the.
This
Thank
pod
you.
is so off the rails.
I'll see if I can do it while you
Okay,
talk.
these notes are also off the rails. Let's get to
fucking crazy.
Let's get to the bi generation.
Crazy.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go by Jen.
So the Eccleston's theme plays for a hot second.
His
Eccleston.
regeneration
Yeah, his
thing.
regeneration thing.
And as Mel says, you'll be fantastic.
yeah.
Eccleston's regen theme play. I picked up on that the first
Yeah.
watch. I was like, this is...
It says Eccleston's regen theme. It's this written like
Mhm.
then I was like, my notes are no David, let's go.
Well, he says Alan Z, which is... This is so dumb.
Yeah.
This is so dumb, Connor.
Well, I want to go.
For years, ever since we knew David was back, we've been saying on this podcast, his last lines will be, I'm ready to go. Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we were always saying. Never once did we realize that Alan Z means let's go,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that his last line would be let's go.
Of course it does.
Which is his last line before before,
makes sense.
as we dolly in and he goes,
yeah.
Alan Z,
Yeah.
will you pull my fucking arms, please?
Yeah. Regen
My
fake
arms are too long.
out. That's great. That was brilliant.
I don't know, I just think they're
Thank
too
you.
long.
Does it
Regen.
look bad?
Regen. No, it looks good.
Alright.
Regen fake out
Looks
again.
bad. Thank you.
the regen fake out again.
Yeah.
David has survived many a regen these days.
Yeah, there's already a meta crisis doctor anyway, so like what difference does it make?
And then the appearance of Shooty was, oh my god.
Shooty's amazing.
Shooty's hot.
That as we discussed, that Shooty is hot. Yeah, that
very hot.
That
nice legs.
That
very nice legs.
Very nice legs.
Very nice
Russell saw those legs and was like, I'm using them.
David got to choose actually what he got to keep.
I heard that.
Yeah,
today.
I saw that interview of Shooty.
Is that bullshit or is that true?
I think it's
a
bit of bullshit.
It's a bit hypocritical. Yeah,
they would plan that shit in advance.
Yeah, I think Russell wrote Shooty Gatwa in his underpants.
I didn't know he was wearing, because like he's wearing like that weird kind of like undershirt.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was wearing that.
I don't think he was. I think David
just
was like, I'm not just wearing a vest.
Yeah.
I need an undershirt. I'm 53 years old, for fuck's sake.
He is in great shape though.
Amazing shape. I wouldn't be mad if he wasn't wearing an undershirt. Put it
Me
that way.
either.
I would also like to see David not wearing an undershirt.
Undershirt, yeah. Just the
Let's
vest.
go.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, that motion control camera shot, phenomenal.
Oh, it's so good. The very first shot where they split, I thought looks a little shit.
Yeah.
That little close up they do, but then they cut out and they do that motion control shot.
We love Chandler.
And Murray's score, is beautiful. It feels epic.
And as Russell said in BTS stuff, the fact that Shooty is fully formed and there's no faff.
Yeah,
it's just so good because it's like we've dealt with faff or every doctor.
Yeah,
like we could have having to find the fucking zero room.
Do you think he was high on regen energy?
No, but that's Zave's point here. Is
he wasn't high because he was already
he's fully formed as a 15th Doctor. He's not like having to have a nap.
Yeah,
he's not
but
having
he still
to do all
doesn't
that.
know himself yet. Like his overpowered throw to David. Like it's there in hints, but it's not like he's not fucked over by the regen experience because David's gone to therapy.
He's like, wow, this doctor's good at the gym.
Yeah.
Shit. And you can see that in his legs. That man has... Seeing his Instagram stories, I'm always like, fuck, this guy's got good leg muscles whenever he's at the gym. And the shots in this episode where I was looking at his legs and I was like, damn.
And I wish I had that.
Why are mine? I've got thick thighs, but not in the muscular way.
Do you know that people always say, like, I find the gym like so therapeutic and it's so amazing for my mental health? I just don't know if I could ever do that. Considering we're in a gym right now, technically. I don't know if we say it's enough. This is half a gym.
Yeah, the off-camera part of this is workout equipment.
Aiden has no excuse.
So with Donna in this story, if we were to track back a little bit, it's 3 doctors. I can't tell you what I'm thinking right now. I wanted to make the joke again.
That's a callback joke.
I don't know if she's really the doctor, but...
Dr. Donna, still the doctor. I am the doctor plays.
But I don't think she's Dr.
Silly.
Donna now.
She was.
She was, but she's not
and
now.
And if we include that past version of herself, it's 3 doctors.
They just decided to let it go.
Hate that.
That's something that us as men would never understand.
Us men presenting
Males
will never understand.
Never understand.
God damn it.
Sorry that we're
can we so by Jen, we're all on board with this by Jen in this episode,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
We're
Why
like that.
not?
I
loved it. It's great.
I'm not even that mad. I don't care anymore.
I think it's perfect for 14's character.
Yeah.
I think it really does work. But what I don't like, and it's hard to falter the episode because this is just a comment outside of the episode, but Russell in the commentary saying that in his headcanon, his belief, and possibly for future past Doctor recurrences, he believes that at the moment 14 and 15 bi-generated, every past Doctor has bi-generated. So there is... at the bottom of a satellite, there is a Tom Baker waiting.
I don't get this.
Peter Davison.
I don't get this.
On the cliff, there's a Jodie Whittaker waiting.
The problem with that is we've seen all of the regenerations, and it's physically them changing into the other person.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I think he's saying like the timelines have now altered, but it's also like it just gets rid of the threat of regeneration.
Yeah.
If bi-generation's always there, you get rid of the whole idea of this Doctor dying, because the Doctor wants to be... Like, David wanted to be David. That's why he said, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
But if he's just got to have a fucking David offspring, then who cares,
So, from that theory alone
Which means that there's 4 Davids running around?
Could be.
Could be. So, like... Peter regenerating the Jodie flies out the TARDIS and Peter stays in the TARDIS? Like, is it that kind of thing?
Well, he actually made a joke about that in the commentary. He was like, yeah, I mean, with New Who, they'll all just be waking up in the TARDIS, but you get the point.
I don't know if I subscribe to that.
That's
but
lame as fuck.
I don't either. I like it to be used as I haven't seen, because I don't have a VPN, the old Doctors, whatever.
Tales of the TARDIS.
Yeah, I like that as an
You
explanation
should.
for Tales of the TARDIS. I'm going to England next year. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, they are beautiful little scenes. Though.
Wait to go to England to watch it.
Well, I mean,
That's
I'm doing
hilarious.
other stuff, but I'm like, I don't.
No, that's not, I didn't think that's why you were going specifically.
I want to go to England. To
It's
watch
like
BBC
$20
iPlayer.
VPN or like a $2,000 ticket to
I'm
the
going
UK.
to catch up on all of Unleashed.
Yeah, Unleashed.
But yes, you're saying.
That is probably what I'd be doing. But I like it as an explanation for that, but not as something that's canon altering.
Yeah.
So I know we're so far away from Shooty regenerating because we just got him, but does that mean when he regenerates, he's just going to pop out another Doctor and then he's just like, I'll see you later, I'm retiring?
And
No, but like Shooty could turn into someone else, like a proper regeneration.
But haven't they kind of just canonized now the idea of it
No,
being
it was
the split?
only this moment and past. That's what.
That's
saying.
it. That is
Yeah.
it. Like, okay.
Well, it might happen again because it's a possibility.
It doesn't
but it's
make
not-
much sense.
It's not something that
Doesn't.
will continue to keep happening.
Is that confirmed though that it's not going to keep happening?
It's
not
not
every
really been
time, but it's a possibility that
Right.
could happen because it's
And the thing is, Russell was saying, and I do sympathise with this, Russell was saying it's so hard to have to rewrite in reasons when you have multi-doctor stories as to like where these doctors are, where they look older, yada, yada, yada.
I like that.
I understand that. I also understand it's your fucking job.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of, like, and I would rather some bullshit excuse every decade as to why it's a multi-doctor story
Or maybe-
over this canon-altering event.
Or maybe,
no one cares either.
maybe someone could have just dyed Patrick Troughton's hair.
Who cares?
But like, not
No,
like,
but like instead of having to write it in, like there's
Right.
alternate solutions as well sometimes.
Why didn't they
but-
dye Patrick Troughton's hair in The Two Doctors? That's the big question here.
Yeah.
Is that what you're referencing?
Yes,
Yeah.
no
because
one was
they had
mad
look
though.
these grey hair and they had
Yeah.
to explain yada yada.
Yeah.
Like when we saw Davison and McCoy and Power and everyone
Worked
else,
amazingly.
no one was mad. Like, who cares? We're like, we get it. Like, it doesn't make sense because they're older, but who gives a fuck? Because we just love these people
Yeah.
and we don't care.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me at all. I would much rather see them.
Russell also used the phrase the Doctorverse, which I'm like, I don't need this Doctorverse.
No.
I need the Doctor Who. I need the Whoniverse.
Yeah.
I don't need the Sylvester McCoy Sophie Aldrin spin-off.
The problem is Doctor Who is so embedded with its time travel continuity that to start adding alternate universes, it's like we've already basically got alternate universes with the amount of time travel shenanigans you have to deal with.
Yeah.
That it just overcomplicates things. It's like another thing we have to deal with.
Yeah.
But I don't really get the idea of the Doctor staying after regeneration because, like, I feel like we always assumed that, like for example, in Star Beast, when Shirley sees the Doctor, she assumes it's the 10th Doctor, which
Yeah.
means they do in the show run into old Doctors, but it's just the part in their era, like it's a part of that time in their lives.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I always thought would happen. It's like yeah, Kate would randomly run into the 12th Doctor again.
Yeah.
Why do we need?
I understand
Post-regen.
that the Doctor is a mystical being in a way,
yeah.
but he can't be this thing that can have multiple spawns off of him. Because now it's like, I mean,
Yeah, like
you
what-
can factor in the Joe Martin Doctor and all the Thomas Child stuff, but with that aside, from Hartnell to now Shooty, there is 15 Doctors traveling around the universe now. If Russell's
Post
theory.
regen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, not like there is 15 humans that identify as the Doctor, all still alive, traveling around the universe.
Yeah, and what happens when Tom Baker falls off another tower?
What happens then?
Does he regen into Peter Davidson again?
Or
and
just
then
dies.
Peter Davidson?
That is a good question, and I don't know.
So the fan
answer.
theory that I heard is that for this bi-generation at least, for this one, is that David Tennant's Doctor was the 14 was
14.
meant to die in that moment, but he didn't, and he pulled his. What happened was Shooty was he regenerated into Shooty, but his previous self was pulled in time. So when what's I'm going to say? What does it get to say? When 14 dies for a second time, properly, of old age, hopefully, after going to many days of therapy, Shooty will be pulled from that moment in time to this one and torn from. Like, it's just a time.
Right. Right, I see.
So David Tennant was always meant to regenerate into Shooty. It just hasn't happened yet.
Right.
And so Shooty has been pulled whenever that happens in the future, because he needs to, like maybe it's a canon event that he has to be go through therapy or whatever.
So from that theory, though, Shooty has lived all the adventures of David Tennant's Doctor.
Yeah, because he tells him.
Yeah, he says it.
I'm better because you fixed yourself.
You fixed yourself.
Yeah, I like the theory that
Crumbs, what a
David
mess.
degenerates into the curator. I think that's like I don't want that confirmed or anything. I think that's just like a fun theory.
What, Tom Baker?
Yeah, I think the whole curator Tom Baker thing, it's like a weird thing that everyone, like Big Finish has curators. Like they've gone nuts with curators.
So we have a version of the Doctor that only regenerates the previous versions of the Doctor.
Yeah.
I like that.
I love
the idea that he starts degenerating each time. I think that's kind of fun.
Are we never going to see Tom again, you think?
No way, mate.
Done. Shame.
I think we'll get an audio drama or two, maybe.
They've recorded like 20.
They're like 4 years ahead in audio dramas. They're coming out, mate.
No, like before he passes, I think is what I'm saying.
No,
But
they have recorded so many for
Oh,
him.
right.
They're like 4 years ahead in audio dramas.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so like when he does pass, I'm sure they might pause for a year or so and let people just get through that. But like they've got years.
In my eyes, Tom's going to live forever.
I hope so. I really hope. I love that he got around the Radio Times photo shoot.
so
That was
sweet.
amazing. Him and his scarf. He
Yeah.
just looks so. He's so lovely.
And I also I also love that I'm not sure about Matt and Pete because they have voice alikes for radio dramas, but I love that David started at Big Finish technically with Doctor Who. But I love that David and Paul and all of the classic, like they're just like, yeah, sure, we'll do radio dramas.
Yeah, it's good.
And Billy Piper and all of David's companions are all in it. And
Yeah, they've all done it now. Weirdly enough, we've had a Freema Agyeman audio drama, but not a 10th Doctor and Martha Jones. It was like a Freema solo audio drama.
yeah,
And I'm like, why? Give us that 10th Doctor and Martha.
we got it.
Martha is my favorite companion.
But like Big
Same.
Finish makes no sense.
It doesn't.
We've gotten
ridiculous.
I've
we've
given
gotten
up
an
on Big Finish
Owen only
continuity.
audio drama. Like who wanted that?
Nobody.
Sack Julie Gardner, sack Phil Collinson, and sack Russell T Davies, and I'll come back.
This is a reference to Christopher Eccleston at a recent panel with
He
Billy
also
Piper.
said he would do a Big Finish audio drama with Billy Piper, depending on the money, because he has a mortgage and so does Billy. I'm like, bro, you couldn't hide it any fucking more if you
I
tried.
love Eggman.
He literally is just doing it for the money.
It's so far. Even when he first came back for Big Finish, his very first
Interview
on the
they were
official
like-
Doctor Who YouTube channel.
They were
by
like,
the
"Why
way.
did you come back?" And he said, "Well,
I'm
it's
an actor."
COVID, and I'm an actor, and I need money. I've got a family." He's a kind of dude. The guy, I'm not going to tell him to have a filter, but he's not doing himself a lot of favors.
I
doing
think
this
he
kind of
cares
thing.
about the character, but I think
he does.
He has also been plagued by the past, and that
Yeah.
only money can make him want to come back.
I've also seen
Yeah.
that thing with the interview, the panel with him and Billy, and I love how Billy's just there like, "Yep, this was happening." Whoopsie-doo."
And
yeah,
she-
when he
she-
said that whole sack, Julie, Phil, and Russell.
Her face, she's like,
she was just like,
she's
'Cause
like,
I
"Oh,
think-
you
I
don't
think-
know, but I'm in the church on Ruby Road."
because she's still close with Russell and stuff. Like, she's been
Yeah, I
very
think-
open about wanting to come back.
She said recently she wants to come back, but before that she said, I want to come back, but not in a big way. She said she's not really a fan of doing a lot of acting.
We can make that work.
I think she said, I don't really want to work anymore. But, if I go to Cardiff...
She's just released new music. You know that?
Really?
Yeah, she's released new music after many years. She's released new music.
Her point was like, if she has to go to Cardiff for like a fortnight...
See, I don't follow the Spice Girls, but I follow Billy Piper.
If she has to go to Cardiff for a fortnight, fair enough, but she doesn't want to have to go away for like 3 months on a shoot. Or anything
I
like
Hate
that.
Susie 3.
I Hate Susie 2 is incredible television.
I haven't seen it yet.
Does she write it?
She doesn't. I don't think she writes it, but she's a producer and she's like, I think, co-creator. Have you seen season 1, Zave?
I haven't seen any of it. I've been too busy watching the TARDIS do
Star Trek.
to solve crimes.
Okay.
Saran Jones in Vigil and Vigil 2.
Oh, Idris.
Star Trek.
Okay, guys. The Giggle. Yeah, a lot of fun. I'm sticking with an 8. Connor, you gave it a 7 on Watch. What are you going to give it now?
I was so negative. I'm going to give it an 8.5.
Okay, no, that's fair.
8.
You want to give it an 8?
8, yeah.
Okay. Zave, the floor is yours.
9.5.
Oh my
Fuck off.
god.
There's no way you spoke about that highly.
I went to my mother, the day after, because she hadn't seen it, and also it was fucking God knows when in the morning. And went, my full quote is, Russell T Davies is a madman. You need to watch this episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my parents will enjoy the giggle the most. I think it's a good crowd pleaser.
And then I stopped myself when I went, Russell T Davies is a madman with a box.
And he likes catch.
And he likes catch.
Are you going to show your family it, or?
Yeah, I keep saying, and my mum's like, not today.
We watched it weekly every
so
Sunday,
good.
and it was a really good thing to do with the It's actually brought us closer. I'm not even joking, because I hate going upstairs. I hate socializing with the family. Like, I love them, but I just don't like socializing. And I really loved it. And by the way, before we go, I do want to say on the show, I have watched one episode of Star Trek.
Yes.
I thought it was fantastic.
Brilliant.
And I think I've seen the best episode and don't need to watch anymore.
Which episode did you watch?
I told you it was the one with it wasn't the pilot, no, it was Next Generation.
Yeah.
It was the episode where they went to the space casino.
Oh, yep.
I watched one episode.
Canto Pie.
I was kind of forced to watch it.
Yeah.
And then like she fell asleep, and then the next episode played with like a clone of Picard, and I was like, this is too messed up for me, so I just turned it off and went to sleep.
There's the best episode. Okay. You need to watch I keep telling you this. You need to watch The Inner Light. The Inner Light is...
I think I'm done. I can't get into another
but
big...
okay,
that's enough Star Trek
The Inner
for
Light
today.
isn't even
I can't
a Star
get
Trek.
into
Let's save this till off air.
I can't get into a big...
The amount of people that are just turning off their listening devices
Let's
right
We're
ignore
the
Aiden
50%
and
Doctor
Keith.
Who podcast.
Let's
We can
ignore
talk about
Aiden
Star
and-
Trek 50% of the time.
I've just had enough of I can't get into...
Zave, we can talk about it all you like. The moment we press record, stop record, then you can go all you like.
I will add one more thing though. It's funny because I said to Xavier, "Is Earth in Star Trek?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Is that like saying is Earth in Doctor Who?" And you were like, "Yeah."
Well, Starfleet Academy is in San Francisco.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
There's an episode called We'll Always Have Paris, which isn't about the character Tom Paris, it's about the place Paris.
The 60th anniversary of Doctor Who.
Paris.
Was it worth it?
Paris.
I want quick answers. Was it worth it? Did it live up to the hype? How are you feeling about the 60th as a whole? All three specials. Zave, the floor is yours for 30 seconds.
Pretty good. Amazing if it was in the middle of a normal season. And best episode of the three of them as we probably would expect.
Wobbly Yonder?
No, in chronological order I was listening.
Say that again. I need to re-register.
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Would have been amazing if it was in the middle of a season with more
gotcha.
episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it felt like a waste of both the characters and the specials.
Yep.
And the best episode of all of them as we would have expected.
Can you give me one sentence to describe your feeling of the trilogy just like as a whole? Like if you were to say, this is what I think of the 60th anniversary specials.
One word?
You can do one sentence, but not a blabby one.
Yay, David.
All right, cool. A good phrase. Connor, floor is yours. Can you give us the one phrase per episode? I think that was a good touch from Zave there.
Star Trek.
Okay, of course.
Classic.
I mean, technically you're correct.
Good job.
Nice.
We're back.
Yeah. Yes. That's
Yep.
good. That's good.
The dinosaur movie?
No, that's Journey
That's
to
a good
Centre of the
dinosaur.
Earth of the TARDIS.
No, there's We're Back. I had it on VHS. Anyway,
Got back?
go.
And I'm nervous but very happy.
And can you give us a sentence to summarize the 60th as a whole?
I would say a incredibly enjoyable, underwhelming experience.
Okay.
A
lot of words
I
there.
think I am whelmed.
Me too.
Whelmed.
I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed.
You've been whelmed. I'll say Star Beast, Candy Floss,
Not Star Trek.
Wobbly Yonder. I'm going to copy you. I'm going to say We're Back.
You can't do that. Cringe.
Okay, all right,
Cringe,
fine.
loser, idiot.
Candy Floss,
Toffee apple.
Full Tummy,
Yep. Toffee apple.
and the giggle is chocolate cake, a little bit too rich.
I like
A little
that.
bit
You know,
too
you
rich.
get a full slice, but you're near the last bit, and you're like, oh.
Towards the end, I
really
was
keep
like,
eating it,
yeah,
but-
come on. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, I think 60th, I'm glad we have it. A lot of fun. Glad David and Catherine were back. Amazing. And I love Wobbly Yonder for not being a 60th special. Would I have liked perhaps a special that was a little bit more 60th anniversary of Doctor Who? Yes.
We were so wrong
I would have
about everything.
I think Wild Blue Yonder would have been fine if we had 3 more episodes.
I don't mind it. I just wish that and I love the thing is I like the way the Giggle works. I like the way the Star Beast works. I like the way the Wild Blue Yonder works. But I do wish perhaps the Giggle had, that cameo moment. Even if it was just a small thing, my pitch that I got bullied for in YouTube, right? I was saying, imagine the Doctor. So just to explain this bioregeneration thing.
We got it. I'm actually happy that we got a multi-Doctor story, even if it wasn't the one that we were expecting.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And I agree, but imagine.
I agree, but
I didn't actually mean to quote Doctor Who there. That was accidental.
Imagine David gets shot, right? And then he's like, Alonzi dies, bleh.
Drama.
Wakes up at the Guardians of the Edge. There, all the doctors are there, come on, you can't keep regenerating like this. You need to chill out. You need to chill the fuck down. Instead of Catherine being like, you need to settle down, it's all the doctors. It's Six going, remember the trial of the Time Lord? Yeah, that fucking took it out of me,
Yeah.
And all the doctors can make references to their
Had to leave
past.
the show afterwards.
Cameo fucking city, and then David's like, but, I can't just sit down in a spot. I can't do that forever. And then Shooty's like, well, I've got you covered, or some other uncringe line. And then that causes the bi-generation. So it's like all... It's like
no. Can somebody tell me what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
I feel like
Sorry,
the reason...
Pretty much.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I feel like the reason that Russell didn't do that is because it was just done for the special, for the previous news.
I know.
Missed
I
opportunity.
get it. And the thing is that's annoying is this trilogy works so well without all the past fucking doctors in there. It doesn't need them. Do I want them? Yes. Because I'm a fucking...
It's a 60th special.
I'm a
It
wanky
should've
little
happened,
fanboy, okay?
Do you know what I don't get? Russell being like on BBC One News or where the fuck it was, being like, you can tune into any of the specials and they're not connected. It's like, what a load of shit. They're all fucking connected. Every episode literally ends.
I think maybe you could get away with, obviously, Star Beast. You can maybe get away with Wild Blue Yonder. But the Giggle, they are straight into the action.
Not really, because literally my dad, who had literally watched the Star Beast a bit before, was like, why is the TARDIS still messed up? I'm like, you don't remember the way it ended? You can't even do that.
It's because your dad's not human.
And before we go...
Well, you just got to accept the bloody premise.
Can I ask you, Xavier, before we go...
that you need to watch more Star Trek, yes.
What episode of Star Trek relates to the 60th the most?
Is that actually your question?
Yeah. Because I know how much you love the Star Trek
I could
talk.
probably do it for each episode.
Of Star Trek or not? The 60th?
Why not?
For the 60th, right?
Give us 3.
All right. I'm going for a fucking piss in this moment.
Are you serious?
Sorry, guys. If you want to jump ahead a minute, go for it.
Okay, so I can't remember the episode names, but I can describe them. The episode where the Traveller first appears and Will Wheaton, they go into the edge of space or whatever. That is Wild Blue Yonder. For the Star Beast, that would be probably the Trouble with Tribbles.
I'll hide his phone so he doesn't know.
A bit of a gag.
Yeah. Okay, so the Star Beast, that would probably be the Trouble with Tribbles.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a better one that's closer to the Star Beast, but I can only think of the Trouble with Tribbles. And for the Giggle...
Dead Air.
The Giggle... it's...
Don't you work in film, man? You know what Dead Air is?
I know what Dead Air is. The Giggle is just so quintessentially a Doctor Who episode, it's very hard to make it anything else.
I would say the Giggle was like that episode, the one episode of Star Trek I watched where they go to the... Of course I watched Star Trek to impress a girl. That's so me. I hate myself for that.
The Giggle would probably be an episode of Lower Decks, if I could think of
That's
one.
why I can't get into it. There's all this Lower Deck shit. There's all this Picard crap. I can't get into it. I simply can't do it.
No, but they're different shows, man. It's
Yeah,
like
I
having
can't-
Torchwood and Class and
That's what I'm saying.
Sarah Jane.
I'm an OCD guy. I could not just watch New Next Generation and then not watch the first
Deep Space
one.
Nine. That's chronologically the next
10-inch.
Mutant
David
Ninja
Tennant.
Turtles. I remember that porno.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Connor?
The what?
10-inch Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I've never seen that.
Have you not?
What? Are you serious?
I've never seen it either.
Oh, though.
Do they paint the cock green?
Though,
There's definitely some green ooze going around.
Oh my god.
What's the Madame de Pompadour episode? What's
The Girl in the Fireplace.
Fireplace.
Your favorite
Your first episode.
Girl in
ever.
the Fireplace is 100% The Visitor.
Is that the one I watched?
No, it's not.
Well, that's our show.
Well, that's all right
Well,
then.
that's all right then.
Well, that's all right then.
Thank you very much for watching. If you're still here, 2 hours in, if you are 2 hours in and you have stuck this out, can you write?
I did it.
I did it in the comments.
Right, Connor's
below.
got a Christmas party to go to.
Or
It's
maybe
nearly
just
10
like
o'clock.
a kiss.
Kissy face.
No, the letter X.
Just an X. Just write. I did it. X.
Yeah.
I did it. Mwah. That's all you got to write below. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram if you haven't already at 50 Doctor. Make sure you give us that 5-star review on Spotify. We are coming for you, official Doctor Who podcast. We ain't afraid to say when things aren't right in Doctor Who, okay?
Don't mess with YouTubers.
Okay. That was quite threatening.
That was almost antithetical to you wanting them to take you to premiere events.
Well, yeah, you know how I feel about that.
Yep. Zave, last words, and where can people find you?
Yeah, well, I've finished my film degree now, so I'm now a freelance filmmaker. So if anybody wants filming for anything or videos, I have a website, xavierjansen.com. My social media is always Brick Commander X.
Are you doxing yourself?
Doxing myself?
Yeah.
Well, you asked me to do self-promotion.
Is your phone number on the website?
No, it's not, actually.
Right,
my
good.
emails are. But
Okay,
yeah.
that's
You're
fine.
cool. You can't trust these fucking Doctor
Yeah,
Who guys,
that's
man.
all I was going to say.
They do some weird shit.
They do.
Weird shit.
Got it. Yeah.
Just looking out for you, buddy.
No, I've got my emails.
But I'll
because
hire
I got
you.
that.
I've still got your business card at home. I found it under the couch.
Yeah.
I've got Crispy's business card in my phone. Every day I look at it and I'm like, one day I'm going to hand out business cards that say
One day he'll reply to my DM.
Doctor Who fan.
Leaving me on red. Disgusted.
Yeah.
All right, we'll keep this on off camera. This is Xavier's business card that has his phone number on there.
My
You can
final...
show the front face that doesn't have my...
I don't want to dox you, bro. I don't want to dox you.
They can see through the light. They can, and then they can flip the image,
They are
and
the
then they
eaters of
can
life.
zoom in.
All right, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back mid this week. This is coming out on Monday. On Thursday, we'll be back previewing
Doing what?
The Church of Ruby Road,
Oh,
our
yeah, we're
preview
doing that.
episode of the Christmas special. So, hope you guys are back then. Hope you're excited for Christmas. Thank you, Connor. Thank
And
you,
before
Zave.
we go,
always an honour.
Aiden, where is your phone?
Where's my phone? Have you stolen my phone? You're such a clown. Oh, you
Well-
fucking clown.
Oh, you.
Well, that's all right then.
Well, that's all right then.
Where is it? Is it in here? Sorry, I thought I could
My-
see like a
my
point on your
belly.
shirt.
No, it's
I
here
thought-
somewhere.
Is it in your bum?
It is in my bum.
Well, that's all right then.
It's in my bum.
What is this, Tom Cardy?
Aiden and Connor's podcast. And sometimes
Xavier
Jason
does
gets
reviews.
Oh, there you go.
Here's my phone. Thank
It was
God
under
it's back.
it was under the pillow.
Wow, that was a long podcast. First time we've gone over 2 hours in a long time.
We're not recording anymore. We're cutting.
We have end credit scenes. If you would like to.
What's
say
your
something.
favorite episode of Star Trek ever?
No one, literally no one cares. Like, literally nobody.
Someone
soul.
has to
Say
comment that
quickly.
they're also a Star Trek fan because
Just
there's people out there like
quickly.
me.
Some
Just
fucking
say-
loser.
just
I'm gonna hide that
say
user
the-
from the channel.
Say the episode and just give it one episode, one sentence.
Literally no one wants this.
You're giving me Best of Both Worlds Part 1 and 2.
You've
And
got
why?
the limo out front.
It was the.
Oh wow! You've got the best of both worlds. Chilling out with the take it slow. With a rock out the show. This podcast is fucking chaos. Zave, you cause chaos when you come on this podcast.
I brought tea.
You did bring the tea.
I'm the tea guy.